Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Talitha. I am Travis, and it's Monday, and that means it's time for Monday Night Football. I mean, wrestling. Raw.
It's Raw wrestling.
Raw time. I think there is a football game on right now, and then there'll be another one start. Yeah, well, there's two on today.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
When was the first one? What station was the first one on?
One's on ABC and one's on ESPN. I don't know which one's which, but... Anyways.
I'm not sure what Monday Night Football's on, if it's on ESPN or if it's on...
It's been on ESPN for the last couple of years, but I think they're doing ABC also now. Which it used to be on ABC.
Yes.
And it was on NBC forever.
True.
Oh, my router friends are coming over tonight. And Frank.
Oh, are we at NXT?
Al, Frank, and Dan. That poor guy. He was like, oh, God, they can see me. Duck.
Oh, it's supposed to be Raw. That's weird.
Of course it's Raw. Why wouldn't it be Raw?
I don't know. It doesn't feel like a Raw.
Should have a black ring. Should have a black ring.
I don't know. I didn't see the ring. I just figured with all the pyro stuff, they were trying to make it, whatchamacallit, all NXT garbage. So.
Seth Rollins starting it out first.
Yeah, when it comes to those challenges.
Oh, Bobby. They doing that match first? Wasn't that the Bobby Lashley match?
I thought so.
Good. They in California.
Are they?
Yeah, it's Bayley's hometown.
In California?
What?
You said it's Bayley's hometown.
Yeah.
You said they're in California.
San Jose, yeah.
Ah, San Jose, California. I didn't hear what city they were in.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, where in California? I'm like, where in California is her hometown? I'm confused.
Whoa. Riddle and Mysterio going up against Judgment Day. Well, at least two members of the Judgment Day.
That's fair. I guess Judgment Day is like part of that or now or something. Like, I mean, like
Against...
Matt Riddle's part of that?
Yeah, he was in that feud last week.
Like on purpose, or
he's getting super over.
Like on purpose, or
yeah, they started something. I can't remember. All Raw. Go back on my notes. Now it's Bobby Lashley time.
Anyways, Walter was in here earlier, but told us he would see us later on Raw. But now Ravi is up in here saying, "I thought you were live, yo." I have.
Are we not?
We're not. Are we not live? It's weird.
About 4 seconds behind on my phone.
Yeah.
Hopefully we went live.
Bobby says, "What's this AEW Yaj?" I don't know. What is it?
It's Bobby.
It's Baby Lashley. Baby Lashley. Derek Murchison in the chat. Hey, Derek says, "Hey, family, how's everyone?"
Doing fantastic.
Doing
it's a great little Monday.
For a Monday evening start to the work week. Ugh.
That's 1/5 of the way over.
It's already too long.
They had the Queen's funeral today. I did not watch any of it.
You didn't? Oh, gee whiz. But you knew it was happening, huh?
I found out from Brett that it was happening. I didn't. He said, I was like, oh, was it Saturday? And he's like, no, it's happening right now. And I'm like, what? He's like, what are they, 11 hours in front of us? I'm like, 7. He's like, oh.
11. Let's Let's see. Hassan Terrell in the chat. Hey, Hassan. Robbie says, big man ting, it's not looking good. Bruv, whoever Bobby is fighting. He's fighting Seth Rollins. That's who he's going up against. Chris Davis is in the chat. Hey, Chris says, when is Bayley fighting? I'm not sure, Chris.
We're not sure yet. It just kind of started. I don't even know if she'll be on here. She will. They're in San Jose. She's going to be here.
Yeah.
But.
I'm just surprised they actually started it with a match. So it's kind of nice for a change instead of talking. So we'll have to find out if they give us any other information.
The Almighty.
So is this old school stuff, what he's doing right now? Like introducing them when they're in the ring like this and stuff?
Normally they would have introduced him on the way to the ring in the old days, but it works. It's kind of what they do in boxing. Once they're in there. I can see it.
Robbie says, Bayley is the only reason to watch the women's division.
She's up there. She's definitely one of the top women. I can't disagree. Especially with the women that they have right now. They're in dire need of some good ones.
Yeah. I've never seen this ref before, so he doesn't look familiar. I wonder if he's new.
Looks like a Ken doll, kind of. Maybe not in this shit. Well, maybe a modern day Ken doll.
Yes, that's exactly what modern day Ken dolls look like, too.
All right, Bobby Lashley with the big power right there.
Chris Davis says, really, yes, I miss Bayley, and I really want to watch her.
Yeah, and she's back.
Ray says, D, he's a bozo, that ref. Have you seen him before, Robbie?
I've seen them before.
Oh, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. He just looked weird when he was holding up the belt, so I was like, he looks kind of goofy.
Lots of championships between the two of these guys.
Yeah, championships and stuff.
Will they put the championship on Seth? Or is it time for Bobby still? Is it Bobby time?
Booby. It's booby! It's booby time! Just kidding, I have no idea. I think it'd be weird that they put it on Seth, but I guess it could.
He's a little bit bigger star.
Yeah.
But I think Bobby is well deserving of a championship.
Robbie says, I use a belt to hold up my pants up. That's Are you talking about the ref? What? Why are you talking about holding up your pants? You're weird, dude. Chris says, my brother Sam Pate really miss her and want to watch her. Yeah, she sounds like she might. I mean, she's going to be on tonight. Travis said they're in her hometown of San Jose, California. So, I guess.
She's going to be here.
Robbie.
They're starting a feud with her and Bianca. She has to be there. It makes no sense.
Robbie says, your stream looks further and further away each week.
Soon we'll be across the street.
Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, he says, hey, Vindicator. How's it going? You ready for some Monday Night Raw? Hope you had a good weekend.
There is a good possibility we are farther back. My daughter was in here playing video games all weekend.
Yeah.
They moved the chairs all around. So it is possible.
Yeah, because why would you want to play on a big TV? That's ridiculous.
It's the sensitivity.
I hear what they say, but it still doesn't make any sense. Roy says, D and Travis, my bad. How are you both?
Doing great.
Good, Robbie. How are you doing?
Now that have they put the queen in the ground yet? Or are they still driving her around?
Do they put them in the ground, or does she have like a crypt?
Oh, she might have a crypt.
That they put her dead body in.
Like a sarcophagus or whatever.
Sarcophagus. Sophie's in the chat. Hey, Sophie, how's it going? So she says, hi, War Games on the main roster. Your thoughts?
Can't complain about that one. I think that's going to make Summer or Survivor Series worth watching. I was so worried that show wasn't going to be worth watching.
Yeah. Just because
But
the
I
way they
didn't
have
want to
things set
skip
up.
it, but just how it is been every year. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they still have some traditional Survivor Series matches, but at least 2 of those War Games, and that's at 2 hours probably right there between the women and then the men.
Yeah,
And they could still throw in another couple matches to make it a 3-hour show.
probably.
But they could also make it for a championship, those War Game matches. And just say, okay, well, there's 6 guys in it, and it's for the championship, and let's go.
True.
Or 6 tag teams. They could do a tag team 1-2 and just be done with it and just make it War Games, basically.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But I think they have to, I guess it depends on who they're putting in it, but they will have to add people to or whatever, depending on if they have, like if they're having teams, like not just...
For the Survivor Series, traditional Survivor Series matches? Or the War Games matches?
I think even for the War Games, if they're making them like... So they're traditional, yet they're being put in a War Games situation, right? That's what I understood.
No. Basically, Triple H was saying that War Games can change. Everything's fluid. Or whatever, not War Games, but Survivor Series. Over the years, it's changed. And this is just another change. But War Games is basically 6 guys in a ring.
Oh.
That's a cage, but there's 2 rings.
Right.
We saw it. Remember when Io Sky jumped off the top of the cage in the garbage can?
Right.
It's that. We see it every year on AEW also, but they have a roof on theirs. Mm-hmm. That's the one that Jericho fell off and landed on the cardboard boxes last year by MJF, and this year he beat somebody, I think, up there, didn't he? Tapped out like Garcia or something. I can't remember who it was. But it's that same match. The double ring.
Right.
Should be exciting. I've never seen a bad one. And I'm glad that he's bringing that back, because that's some old WCW stuff.
Right. Chris Akane's in the chat. Hey, Chris, the red light rabbit is probably not Fiend. Probably not. Film is also in the chat. Hey, Film says, hello, Misty and Travis. Big hugs, big hugs. Ready for another episode of Monday Night Raw. Chris also says maybe Bliss. Film says, hello, everybody in the chat. Happy Monday. And new person in the chat.
Hey, new person.
I do not speak Arabic, so I have no idea what your name is. But hello,
But thank you for joining
welcome.
us.
If you have like
Give us a thumbs
English first name, I could call you. Derek Murchison says, no disrespect to anyone, but I just don't rock with the Royals. And nobody really does.
It's a British thing, but
it's
it's
just,
still...
it's something in the world that's happened. It's kind of a big thing for world history, if you think about it.
Nobody does pageantry like the British. Like, I bet you every single person in Britain besides Ravi was outside.
Yeah, Robbie hates him.
And he might have even been outside mourning.
He probably was outside, but not for that. Sophie says now Survivor Series is being called Survivor Series War Games.
War Games, yeah.
Robbie says, I'm good. Been working today, just breaking up more fights at work. But apart from that, I am good at 1 in the morning. Good to hear. Film's got hearts, and Robbie also says, Derek, that's a lot of people. Yes, film hearts and hugs and stuff for Wrestling Gab. Sophie says Triple H said there will be 2 War Game matches, though. 1 for the men, 1 for the women. Chris Akane says Bloodline versus Imperium War Games. Imperium just needs Wolf back. Robbie says Survivor Series should be a hoot. Any decent matches you know of. I don't really know if they've really given matches for Survivor Series.
That's at the end of November. We don't even know what's happening at the beginning of November, but 1 match.
Yeah, so that...
Extreme Rules has 1 match.
Yeah, and we're going to see probably a little more build-up for some of that stuff throughout the rest of this month and into next month, because we do have a pay-per-view coming up.
Extreme Rules. Yeah, and that one's going to be Extreme Rules match, Liv and Ronda Rousey.
Isn't the Survivor Series one in Saudi?
No.
No?
No, that's Crown Jewel.
And
that's November 5th.
Oh, okay, so
Survivor
there's 2
Series
in November.
is November 26th.
Okay, so there was 2 in November.
Yes.
That's right. Let's see. Sophie says War Games now on the main roster. I wonder what NXT will replace their signature match.
Nothing. They'll still use it.
Chris says, yeah, Survivor Series has had Elimination Chamber over the years. Ravi says, well, I don't look at me, D. I can't translate Arabic. Well, I didn't look at you. Did I ask you if you could? Did I say, hey, Ravi, figure it out for me? Weirdo. Sophie's like, there's a meme showing that The Simpsons predicted the Queen's death. Chris says that would be
That's funny.
cool if they had wrestling in front of Buckingham Palace. Just have a ring out there. I was like, Sophie, don't spoil the Survivor Series for me. Keith Stallings is in the chat.
Hey, Keith.
Hey, Keith says, how can I watch it?
How can you watch it?
How can you watch Raw? Is that what
Raw.
you're asking? Well, if you have cable or satellite
TikTok
TV, you
sometimes
can watch it on the USA.
streams that on there.
You might just have to do some searches to find it if you want to watch it somewhere. But we won't show it here, that's all. Chris says Seth versus Lashley feud seems like a side feud because they're already having a title match.
Yeah, I feel like they need a heavyweight championship over here. It's a must need over on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because Bobby Lashley should be world champion. Seth Rollins should be world champion. At least those two. You got a couple more guys that could be up there.
Right.
But SmackDown has 3 or 4 of them.
Well, and Bobby was world champion. They just kind of threw him under the bus with the stupid storylines they put him in so he couldn't have the championship. Because it would just look dumb. And so...
Well, he got it back, and then Brock beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brock lost.
Mm-hmm.
Winner takes all.
So, I mean, in all reality,
shit.
I'll be surprised if they give it to Seth. But, I don't know. I really don't know anymore.
Oh, Seth's going to be world champion again.
No, I meant this championship, the United States Championship. I'd be surprised if they put it on Seth.
I don't know.
I mean, they could, but
I feel like since Triple H has taken over, Bobby's got hit the hardest by the change.
Yeah.
I mean, he went the limit. I mean, like 15, 16, 17 minutes with freaking Ciampa, which is just an embarrassment to him. And then the next week he wrestled, who was it, The Miz or something? And then and then The Miz took him to the limit. He beat The Miz in like 30 seconds to become champion.
Mm-hmm.
And yet he couldn't beat The Miz in a steel cage.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, I feel like he's looking the worst out of all wrestlers since Triple H has come over.
Yeah. Chris Akane said that. Sophie says November we got 2 pay-per-views, so once again they will build 2 pay-per-views in a month. Robbie says must hurt to be hit in the crown jewels D. I wouldn't know. Luke's in the chat though. Hey Luke,
Hey,
how's
Luke.
it going? Says the Simpsons predicting things is not a meme. They have predicted tons of things years before it happened. LOL. And hi all. Yeah, they have. They've actually predicted a lot of stuff. They did an episode about pandemic stuff and all kinds of weird shit. Derek Murchison says The Simpsons predict everything. There you go. See? Robbie says I have lots of ways to watch WWE. And Sophie says I don't know how The Simpsons know what is going to happen like 40 years from the date the episode aired. They're aliens, Sophie. Aliens.
Yeah, either that or they've written so many stories that there's only so many stories that can be told.
Right?
And it's not hard to predict. You know, I'll predict right now Barack Obama is going to die.
Right. But do you know what year he's going to die? Because that's what The
No.
Simpsons did.
Oh,
They predicted that the Queen Elizabeth was going to die in 2022. It even shows it in the episode on the thing. Like, on the, death dates. Yeah, it's creepy. Some of it's pretty fucking weird. You're like, what? How would you think? How would you even come up with that number? You know what I mean? Like, how would you,
Right. Well, I've talked to
why
you about
would
this
you
stuff
even
before.
guess about that stuff? It's just funny. Rise like The Simpsons predicted D would enjoy WWE. Yeah, well, they're wrong.
I mean, I guess you could go by people's age, too. So I'd have to get Brock's age, and then just add 20 if he's in his 60s, add 10 if he's in his 70s,
Right.
and then just kind of work around that.
Yeah.
But I thought she'd always live till closer to 100, because I think
Right.
she was only 92 or 96 or something. Was she born in 26?
I don't remember. Maybe. Might be that one. Let's see. Sophie says, I'm surprised this match isn't the main event of Raw. It won't be. I'm surprised they have a match at the beginning of Raw. That's all I'm surprised about. Film says, same here, Misty. Yes, Misty would be, I would be surprised if they gave the title to Seth. Luke says, Simpsons predicted Michael Jackson's death, Trump being president, a World Series winner, a Super Bowl winner, and much more. Well, Luke, I'm going to tell you this much. What's his face who was, Trump, not Trent Reznor, what's the guy that passed away? He was like a big...
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain predicted that Trump would be president.
In the 90s, yeah.
In the 90s. So, that's... Simpsons predicting that, and...
You know, Trump
about it is somebody else said it too, so...
Trump would have never even ran for president if it wasn't for Barack. Barack roasted him, and he was there in the audience, and he's laughing and stuff, and then he said something, and he goes, well... Oh, that he's the worst president. He'll go down as the worst president in history, is what Trump said in his tweet. And he said, he laughed and he said, well, at least there's one thing that I'll always be that he won't. The president of the United States. And Trump said,
okay,
we can play. Let's try it.
I was like, tomato chomper, yeah. Oh, Tommaso Ciampa. Like, who?
Old Tomasa.
Luna's
Tomato.
in the chat with pizza. It's her dinner time. Fantastic.
Yummy.
Luna. Bryce Pitt's in the chat as well. Hey, Bryce. We're just watching Seth and Bobby Lashley.
Yes. 1, 2. The referee was completely out of position.
Yeah. He's already stupid. Anyways, Bryce does say hello to you and Travis. I'm here. Fantastic, my man. Hope you had a good weekend. Film says, wait, was there an episode that Obama was going to die from The Simpsons? I don't know.
Maybe.
Golf Fleshy in the chat.
I don't watch The Simpsons, so I have
neither.
no idea what they have.
Golf Flesh is in the chat, says, of course, this is your pizza, your stomach. Chris Connie says, no, Simpsons prediction isn't a prediction. It's an actual planned date put in a show. They have an evil agenda just to throw off people. Sophie says, didn't The Simpsons predict that Disney is going to buy Fox in an episode? Luke says, no film. And Luke's like, well, that just shows what good drugs helps predictions.
Yep.
Robbie says, who is Kurt Cobain?
Kurt Cobain was the lead singer of Nirvana.
I know, right? Luke's completely abashed by Robbie's question.
Murdered by Courtney Love.
Basically. Pretty sure
What?
she helped.
What?
The flabbergasting from Luke. Who is Kurt Cobain? Question marks!
Yeah, you're going to beat Bobby with a frog splash.
Yeah.
He's very easy to beat lately.
Seems like it.
Come on.
Martha of Chicago's in the chat says that better be Chicago and deep dish, I hope.
Ooh.
Film says, okay, Luke, and Robbie says, don't do drugs, stay in school. Luke's like, he's the late lead singer of Nirvana. Robbie's like, D, but you like the rap. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? I said earlier I didn't even know I'd never seen the guy. How can I like somebody if I've never even seen him? The guy looks like a dweeb like you, so, I mean, 2 peas in a pod. I don't like you either, so. Film's like, Travis, I like what Obama said. He said in his own words, he said, real Donald Trump, but at least I'll go down as a President Obama. Yeah, those words are going to haunt him for the rest of his life. Sergeant Judy in the chat says,
Sergeant.
I get the pizza with carrot toppings on it.
I didn't know they made one. That's pretty cool. Like a veggie pizza.
I don't know
Bobby.
if I got a veggie
Power
pizza,
slam.
if I'd want carrots on that particular veggie pizza. I'm going to get it.
It's kind of a tough one.
Sergeant Judy is a rabbit, but...
All right. Would you have hard carrots on there? Oh, the pedigree off the spear. That might do it. 1, 2, and 3. No, Bobby kicks out. Who's this dame?
I don't
She's like in wrestling gear?
I don't know. I don't think so. She's just probably in a halter top type shirt or dress.
You got him with a pedigree off a spear. How often does that happen?
But yeah, I don't know if you'd want crunchy carrots. You'd probably want them cooked, wouldn't you?
Like stewed?
Probably, right?
So then they'd be
What if
soft.
you got pickled carrots on there? Would you do pickled carrots?
Yes.
Put them on there?
I'd do any carrots, but...
On your disgusting pizza? Sounds disgusting already. Chris says people also believe Obama's actually pulling the strings of the Joe Biden presidency, kind of like how some fans think Vince is actually still running WWE from the shadows. Pretty sure that in some ways Vince probably still has a finger in his pie. Maybe not completely, but some.
Oh, curb stomp. Nobody was home. The Hurt Lock right in the center of the ring. Is Seth tapping? He looks like he's tapping. His right hand looks like it's tapping like crazy.
No, he's going to pull him over to the ring and get in the ropes or something because he
can't. He's
better.
out. Seth's out. It's over. Ring the bell, ref. Oh, no. Seth got out of it. He hulked out of it.
Oh, stupid.
Bobby didn't let go. 2. Bobby still didn't break it, though. The referee is kind of buried. Oh, we're going to have a new champion. A kick right to the dick. Seth cheated a little bit. Either that or he just lifted his leg up because he was going to fall.
Robbie says D can beat Bobby with a frog splash. Jones,
no, Riddle's coming down.
Oh, of course, Jude's.
Riddle's going to cost him. Seth had the curb stomp. All he had to do was complete it. Spear! 1, 2, and 3. Bobby retains, again looking weak.
Uh-huh, yep. But he's a good guy, right? Aren't they always weak?
I always thought they made the good guys look tough and the heels look weak.
Oh. I don't know. I always thought with what's his dumb butt Paul or whatever, he does the opposite. Like the good guys always look like garbage. They can't do anything, but the bad guys are always so much better. And
yeah, Seth had him right there.
Bestest ever.
See, watch the tick from Seth. See how he did that? I think he was going to fall and he had to catch himself.
Yeah, totally.
But it kind of looked like it could have been a kick.
Yeah, that's it.
And then Seth lost by a spear. Who loses by a spear? Riddle's trying to get kids on marijuana. Definitely not a fan of him anymore. Like he is like dead set on addicting kids to drugs.
Yeah, I just don't feel that should be something that he should be allowed to have out there. Right. I mean, I get it there in California, and it's legal there, but it's not legal for kids. And kids look up to you.
Right, well,
your kids look up to you.
He's pushing for the children to do it. Like, he wears the bright colors and everything's the kiddie stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It'd be
like,
different.
kids look up to him.
It'd be different if it was like Roman Reigns.
Oh, he's so cool, you know, he's so fun, he jumps around, he does all these cool things, he doesn't wear shoes, he's just, you know, like, he's just so cool and whatnot. And then he's like, oh, they do drugs, drugs are so cool. Drugs are not cool. Don't do drugs. Don't be like bro. You talk like a moron.
Bro.
Anyways, looks like Mr. Attracted and Robbie's like, I'm pretty fly for a brown man. Dude, you don't get to use you don't get to use that line at all, considering you're trying to portray you don't know who Kurt Cobain is. You don't get to use any lines from music during that time period. Sorry. Looks like, okay, enough politics. Flutters is like, since when the police convention was here? Vindicator's like, so Travis, does this Rollins versus Lashley match feel pay-per-view worthy?
I mean, it was a 20-minute match, but I didn't like the Riddle interference stuff. Who is it? It's Bayley in her stretched white limousine. Who would ride in a white limousine?
Man, is it really cold there or something in San Jose?
Oh.
Why the fuck is she wearing such a goddamn fucking big-ass jacket?
Well, she's from there.
It's like wool.
It's what you wear
She's
there.
like, I'm so cold as it's 92 degrees outside. And the whole fucking state of California is on fire because they're hell.
Old damage control.
Boom says, please give the WWE United States Championship an upgrade. Are you talking about just the belt itself? Or are you talking about the fact that you don't want Lashley to be the
I think it's just the
anymore?
belt. That belt got old quick. The old one lasted forever. It was an actual really nice belt.
Robbie says, carrots on a pizza. What are you doing, Mom and Mia? That's some person in the chat's talking about carrots on pizza. Robert Warney in the chat. Hey, Robert. Hey, what's up? Not much. Applejack Styles in the chat. Hey, Applejack says, I don't know, Flutter. Robbie says the sky is up, and Chris Connie says in the Rumble, Riddle is going to win. Randy's surprise returns. Everyone thinks he's going to help Riddle. All Randy has to do is RKO out of nowhere. Crowd pops and then eliminates Riddle. Sets up Mania match.
Yes.
Vindicator says these title matches always end with distractions. At least AEW doesn't repeat this junk. Riddle could have waited. Lashley was winning anyway. Ravi says, why is Strowman on both shows? Because he hasn't been around for
he doesn't
like
have a
2
feud
years.
yet. Well,
so...
kind of the Alpha Academy, but they're a Raw team, right?
Yeah, I thought they were.
They were on SmackDown last week, but
for the
last 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, it's for all that tag team stuff they're doing. Boom says, congrats to Bobby Lashley. Chris says, Lashley biggest victory since Brock and Goldberg. Vindicator says, I looked up to myself as a kid.
Did Bobby Lashley beat Goldberg? Goldberg beat him.
Yeah.
In Saudi Arabia.
Ravi says, let Riddle spread positivity. Vindicator says, therefore, no kid I know looks up to me. Oh, okay. It's weird, guys.
What is John Cena doing?
Playing with a cow. Ruining people's houses. Just ruining people's houses.
Fighting cows and shit?
He's like, good thing I made sure and showed you what your credit score was so you could get a loan to, upgrade your house after I destroyed it. You're welcome. I didn't say thank you.
And you're welcome. I'm surprised you don't have a football game going yet. I was going to. I just forgot about it. And there was a match going on. I didn't want to interfere with it.
It's commercial now. You could probably do it. Vikings and the Eagles, huh?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to watch the Buffalo game. Maybe I'll switch that. I think that one's on ESPN, but I don't know what channel that is. Start here.
I think it's like 140. Huh? Titans at the Bills.
And then back. And then that. And then that.
Woo! How exciting.
Peacock. They're talking about Peacock football.
Right. Chris kind of says, I was going to say WWE finally fixed the crowd with no red lighting, but they just showed it. Robert Warney says, how did Seth get his name Seth freaking Rollins? Something tells me he was mad when he came up with that. Someone got his name wrong. He was probably like, no, my name is Seth freaking Rollins, damn it.
Exactly how he got out.
Robbie says, DM the king of spin, yo. I can use any lines I like. Dude, you're not the king of spin. Film's like, yes, Bayley. And Chris says, oh, Bayley coming in JBL limo. Film says, so true, Misty. Come on, Bayley. You don't need to wear a jacket. The Indicator's like, message retracted. And Robbie says, D, if you would have sent Bayley a wrestling cap shirt, she would have looked better for your life.
So they had no plan to call an offensive play up there. They just got up on the offensive line and then just started, and they got it. They got the offsides call.
That's bullshit.
They drew them offsides.
That's bullshit. You
Hey, look at
poops.
this golf cart looking thing. I want a golf cart looking thing like that.
Yeah? That's the one you want? Some weird thing
I'd want a top on it, but yeah.
Why would you want a top on it?
Because it could rain.
No, it's fine. You don't play golf in the rain anyways. Vindicator's like, Bayley had her Becky moment. What the F was she wearing, Travis? Film says, or
she's dressed like Kurt Cobain.
Or you can get Matt Riddle to win the Royal Rumble and they can find an opponent, then get RKO'd by Randy Orton, and then set up the WrestleMania match. Purper Block in the chat. Hey, Purper. Nice to see you back in here. Hopefully you're doing all right. Bobby beat Goldberg first time, though.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then he was, like, mean to his kid or something.
That is right.
Chris Akane says, no, Lashley beat Goldberg and they stopped the match. Purper says, and put his pipsqueak son in the Hurt Lock. Best Bobby moment.
That's right.
Robbie says D always speaks sense. Bryce Pitt says, say, who's that big Samoa guy? He was sort of a Samoan, but he's not related to Roman or the Usos. He's the one who dressed it up as Bam Bam Bigelow tribute attire. Do you think Triple H will hire him back? Are you talking about Bronson Reed?
Probably.
Bryce says, yo, Survivor Series War Games, that's what I'm talking about. Chris says, Bryce, you're talking about Bronson Reed, a.k.a. Jonah. He's actually from Australia. Vindicator says, Survivor Series is so outdated, Extreme Rules should have replaced it. Robbie says, Sophie, do tell us, as we are dying to know the Raw ratings tonight. But I don't think we'll know the Raw ratings until after it's over. But she can tell us about SmackDown. Feels like a lot more Pitt, Kara, and Bayley. And Vindicator says War Games makes more sense at Extreme Rules. Oh, there you go.
I like it. It's going to be a good show. I was really worried that Survivor Series is going to be terrible, especially with Roman Reigns having all the titles and the Usos having all the titles. Not saying that they'll have them at that time, but it looks like they're going to have them at that time.
Right. Robbie says, I'll let Travis have his time. What is he having his time about? Chris says he used the streamers, LOL.
Yeah, they just dropped them all together, and then they're all tied together in the match, in the ring.
What do you mean? They just dropped it from the top like that?
Yeah, they just came down like...
That's creepy.
They floated. It was slow motion. It didn't look too bad.
But they didn't, spread out. They just died in one spot. That's weird.
Yeah.
Film says, love Bayley, but please take off your jacket. I just think it's weird she's wearing a jacket and it's probably really hot. That is not a thin jacket, by the way, guys. That's a pretty thick jacket. That's just weird. Not talking about armpits. Chris says, are Control going to have a live sex celebration?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Get the ratings up. It is her hometown.
Mm-hmm. Robbie says, a lot of people in the UK tell me WWE pay-per-views are good if you can get them nothing. Bryce says, ding, 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 ding. You're correct. It is Bronson Reed. That's who I'm talking about.
Old Bronson.
Bryce thank you, Chris. I guess Bronson Reed before I read Chris's comment, damn it. Robbie's like, come on, do you let Bayley enjoy her jacket? She can enjoy her jacket all her want. I just think it's weird. I would not want to know how these people smell. They have to stink. There's
talk about
no
vagina
way.
Smell.
I'm talking about BO. I'm talking about body odor smell in any way. It doesn't matter if it comes from her ass crack or if it comes from her armpit stink.
There it is. It came.
Vindicator says the confetti streamers in the ring are the only thing could distract everyone from staring at Bayley's plaid fashion statement. Talent X in the chat. Hey, Talent says hi. Hello.
Good to see you in
Welcome
here.
to our channel. We're just listening to Bayley and
Yeah, Bailey's up there yapping right now.
the other Control
The ding-dong.
ladies talking that are the women's tag champions.
Damage control.
After the other team won and had it for 2 seconds.
They had it for a week.
Right.
Rack Rod and Aaliyah.
I was like, Bayley must smell like Calvin Klein LD just because your roll-on ran out today.
Hey, look. They're actually showing the one on ABC over on that side.
That's funny.
We got picture and picture and picture.
Picture and picture and picture and the pictures.
I could do 2 more in pictures.
Just watch the red zone stuff. Oh, he's broken.
Don't want that.
He's broken.
Looks like a running back, though. You don't have the running back. You just have the wide receiver, don't you?
And
Or did you
then-
trade for it? You didn't get him.
I didn't trade anything. But somebody else.
Here comes
is broken,
Bianca.
too.
With Blister and Asuka?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again.
Robbie, nobody's talking about my armpits or my stink. I'm talking about the people in the wrestling ring who probably just smell. One, it's hot. 2, they probably don't have a lot of circulation in those buildings. And 3, they jump around and do a whole bunch of crap. Pretty sure. Ooh, teaching. She gonna learn them. She gonna learn them respect. She doesn't have enough patience. She can't even take off her heels. Did she say farting out of control?
Oh my God. No.
I think that's what she said.
War games. Bayley eating him up. Ooh. Oh, Lily's the only one that bites.
This is pathetic.
I agree. She is a fraction of the shell of an old Alexa. Oh, a little blister versus Bayley in San Jose.
Yeah, weird.
Look, they're bringing the ambulance out in the end zone.
Oh my God,
Hopefully
he's that
not
broken?
Hopefully he's not paralyzed or something. He didn't look like he was paralyzed.
Jesus Christ.
They usually can just write him off. You know, like on a, oh shit, big right hand by
They can
Blister.
just write him off. Well, that one's broken. Just check him over there in
they
the
put him on
dumpster
a
real quick.
thing and it's a cart.
Just bring out a new one. Just take one out of the pack over there. Wind him up real quick.
Give me another guy with the number 30 something. It's a running back. It's fine.
Telex says, are we expecting Naomi and Sasha Banks to return today?
I haven't heard any rumors or anything, but I also haven't been paying attention. Austin Theory in the back.
Bryce Pitt says, don't worry, Dean Travis, you got his name right too. Thanks, Bryce. Film's like, yes, here comes the girl of my dreams, Bliss, and the spoiler alert, she's wearing a shirt. Robbie says, of course the wrestlers will smell because they sweat. Great observation. Really, Robbie? Let's make it worse by wearing a nice thick coat. So much better. Film's like, I like Bianca's dress though, it's nice. Chris says, Bliss looking only like how she can look an emotional damaged schoolgirl. Robbie says Bliss looks 2D and has not eaten a square meal in years.
Right.
Indicator's like, old Bliss was mediocre. This one is even worse. And Film says, yes. Oh, yes. Now that's what I'm talking about. The Karen and Bayley and Bliss. Yay. Picole's in the chat, though. Hey, Pickle says Bliss could never be my biter. Vindicator says, so this was a nothing segment. A fresh match could have been featured instead.
Well, we're going to get that match. Bayley and Blister.
Film says, hey, Piccolo, what's up, friend? Good to see you. Big hugs, big hearts. And Piccolo says, ate a huge chocolate muffin about 3 hours ago and took a coma nap. Like I was out, foo.
Little sugar drop.
Chris Akane says, Bliss bites, LOL? I guess. She's part of the Wachabi, I suppose.
She's a biter.
She's a biter.
It's back for a limited time.
Limited.
Baconator.
All limited with that pub cheddar bacon cheeseburger thing. Rob is like, I bet Bliss has had a lot of sausage backstage. It's gross.
Ew.
Chris is like, LOL, let's get some Bliss bites chance.
Oh, Bliss bites. It's like Love Bites. Remember that song? Love Bites.
I thought it was Love Hurts, but okay.
Break it to your knees, love right. Love right.
Piccolo says she's a biter, not a fighter. Ha ha. Chris says limited, just like limited Keith Lee. All the limits. Limits upon limits.
NOLIMIT. No limit.
Bobby says Bliss knows too well, and Piccolo says Bliss bites would have been better than the muffin.
Need to start online dating again. It's like, damn. I think if you have to use the word again, maybe don't do it the first time.
Right?
Unless it's farmers only.
Right. Bryce says, thick coats. Am I missing something here? What's going on?
Oh, Bayley has a thick coat on.
She just has a really big coat on. It's weird. They're in San Jose, California. It's weird, okay? I get it. It's their gimmick and they do that, but it's just, you would think you'd find something different to wear. Do it.
King Crusher.
Robbie's talking about he knows about limits, do I? Chris is like, Bliss bites sausage while it's interesting. And Piccolo says, what did I miss in the first segment? Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins had a fight.
Had a 20-minute match.
Riddle came down after Seth low kicked Bobby in the nutsack. And then Seth was distracted by Riddle wearing his smoke weed shirt to all the children. And then
We got Austin Theory coming
Bobby
down now.
speared him and then got the pin. What?
So just like the people on ESPN. Well,
I was like,
then
well,
somebody was
I
out
thought
there.
you'd pick it up, but you're not. So I'm like, and then he did something. You're lucky I remembered that much. Chris says, no coats. Rob is like, Bayley looks decent with the jacket. Piccolo says, is it better drip than the big time Bex? No, not as
No.
flamboyant. Bryce says, come on, guys, don't hating on Bliss. It's not like you to do anything to you unless you're giving her criticism. I can understand that. Oh, California, I can understand that. It's just weird. I mean, it's a very strange wardrobe to pick, I guess, is what I think it is. I think she could have picked a different thing and it would have looked cooler or better or whatever. It's just looks like a big thick wool coat. Okay? That's what it looks like. I can only imagine in 90-something degree weather wearing a wool coat how that would feel. Itchy.
little itchy.
So there you go. She probably has rashes now. Yeah, Bryce, I know a lot of the guys in here think that, well, Vinegar especially, he doesn't like Bliss, but he also thinks Liv is good, so, he's got his priorities a little fucked up. So is it halftime on there already?
It is, yeah.
Wow. I wonder what happened to that kid. I wonder if he died.
Yep.
Is that why they had to bring in the ambulance to take him away?
The coroner's
Because
office.
he was just dead?
He's like,
They're like, oh my god, he's dead. Somebody get the ambulance here to take him off the field.
they got to ring the bell, and then they just come out and drag the body off.
It's mayhem. Did you see how he's...
Oh, Kevin Owens gets attacked by Austin Theory before the bell even
He didn't even get in the
rings.
ring. The match hasn't even started.
There is no bell yet.
What a jerk. I was like, hey, no time to talk over him. He didn't even get to talk, so. Chris says, bring Grayson and Waller up to the main roster. Have them team with Theory. They'd be biggest asshole tag team ever. It would be funny if they tried to hit on Bliss and she rejects them. That would be funny. Film says, hey, who's disrespecting my woman of my dreams, Bliss? Leave my sweetheart alone. My first crush. Robbie's like, it's KO time. Let's enjoy the best man's wrestler on Raw. Film says, but hey, Piccolo, how's it going? Happy Monday. Big hugs, big heart. Piccolo's like, his mayhem head looked like Ryan Reynolds, in my opinion. It was kind of a weirdly shaped a little bit, wasn't it?
There's your bell. It is official. And it started. Kevin Owens taking it right to Austin Theory. Austin Theory's stumbling into the corner.
Stumbling.
Hit with big axe handles. Austin Theory turns it around, though, stopping a mud hole in him. Now he's choking him. The referee is trying to break it up. He might just disqualify Austin Theory.
Yeah.
If he doesn't listen.
He doesn't listen.
Got to listen to those referees. There, he's doing it again. Knee into the side of his head.
I guess he's tired of being made fun of.
Yeah. Big left hand by Austin Theory. Is he a southpaw?
I have no idea.
He's unorthodox. Whoa! Little bomb right there by Kevin Owens. Into the corner. Cannonball. Oh, Theory wisely slips to the outside.
Pickle says, I'm alright. Film, what you been up to? Film says again, speaking of Matthew, where on earth is Matthew? I don't know, man. Haven't seen him for a while.
He's been gone since, like, January.
No, he hasn't.
It's been longer.
It's been less than that. Robbie says, Bun Bliss, she's a slag anyway. She's picked up more dirt than a JCB anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I don't even know if that's real words. I feel stupider every time I have to read stuff like that.
It points at something.
Anyway, something. It's something anyway, something. Films, like, honestly, give this one to Austin, and you know what? Just cash in already before you do. Austin, do it the right moment of the right time.
Yeah, he needs to cash in, but it's going to have to be for one title.
Film says, okay, by wrestling fan, I mean I'm talking about me, myself, as a wrestling fan. Gotcha. Pickle says, I'm a big fan of watching those A&E shows about real people surviving crimes and incidents. Me as well. Or the first 48.
Or she's like, or the dead ones, either one. I
The
like
dead
the live
people.
ones, the ones that didn't survive. It's all the same.
Or the dead ones, where they have to find out who did it. But the real ones, not like, I've gotten to a point now where I don't really enjoy a lot of the shows. Like, I like the old, like, Law and Order stuff, but the new things, I don't really like them. There's old shows I really enjoyed and stuff like that, but the new shows I'm not a very big fan of anymore. Robbie says, speaking of Matthew, I see a random video of him ranting in his car.
Yeah, that'll pop up on your feed if you're not careful.
That's about normal. Pickle says one episode actually had a Pensacola lady in the segment fighting her ex-boyfriend in a dollar store. I mean, okay, way to represent our city. Pickle, I thought that was normal Florida behavior, sir. I thought this is what you did. I thought you just went there and
It's either that or cannibalism.
just beat people up in dollar stores and eat people's faces.
Oh, you're in your garage?
And you get AIDS. The minute you cross the border into Florida, you have AIDS.
They give it to you in a vial.
That's from Ayla. She's corrupted me on thinking what happens. What happens in Florida? I'm scared to go now. Rob, he says I watch shows on real people. I watch The Gap. There's real people on there.
Yeah.
Who said we were real?
CGI'd.
And, I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese characters or English, please. I would love to say hello to you. Thank you for being in our chat. I have no idea what you're saying, though. Janelle is in the chat, though. Hey, Janelle says, I think Brandon, Sasha, Banks, and Naomi back. The perfect way is to put them in war games with Team Bianca against Team Damage Control.
Holy crap, that's like a month and a half away. 2 months away.
People's like, Battles is so 2016.
If they keep this
People,
feud
it
going
was like it was yesterday in Florida. People just eating people's
for
faces.
2 more months, we're all in trouble.
God, you know, they shouldn't even bring him back at that point. Like, it'd just be worthless. I mean, it's worthless now, but pfft, all you weirdos out there, like, I can't wait until she comes back and throws
What are you
another
talking
fit
about?
and leaves again. Sasha.
Oh, I don't care about Sasha. I'm just talking about this feud with the girls, Damage Control.
Oh, yeah, that stuff.
If they keep that going for 2 more months, like I said, we'd all be in trouble. The women's division would just suffer.
Ayla says, hey, Ayla. Phil says, I think I don't live in the city of Florida. I'm in the country of Florida. Pico says, you guys, you mean you're not holograms?
Yeah, well,
No.
sometimes.
Not today. Rob's like, come on, Dee. I thought your channel was worldwide. What are you talking about, Robbie?
You didn't know what he was saying.
I don't know that language. I don't speak multiple languages. Do I feel bad about that? Yes. Can I help it? I probably could if I really wanted to learn more languages. Do I want to? No. I don't. I just don't. Pico's like, how you been, Ayla? Film says, I don't want Sasha Banks to come back and leave again. That'll just be weird. I just want her to come back and stay there. Oh, don't worry, Film. Something will go wrong. She won't like. She'll leave. Happens. Won't be any different.
She's a leaver.
Ayla says, I've been good. How about you? Fat Lisa. Film says, hi, Ayla. How are you? Big heart. Big heart. Pico says, just woke up from a chocolate muffin coma. I was like, Dee, you should be more welcoming to the worldwide crew. Ravi, why don't you learn to fucking speak Chinese and then you could be more welcoming to them?
Yeah, you know it's Chinese.
I have no idea. Could be Korean. It could be Vietnamese. I don't know. It's
Cambodian.
some kind of Asian language that I have no idea what it is. I don't know those characters. I apologize. I was welcoming. I said hello!
Hello, Governor.
That was like a lackluster move of stupid right there.
Yeah, they keep doing it.
Robbie's like, haha, Dee, you crack me up. Ayla's like, that's a fun kind of coma. Chocolate muffin comas? I feel like the muffins are all dry nowadays. They're not as good as they used to be.
Good old dry muffins.
Pickle's like, right, Robbie, know your role. That's why you got the blue wrench on your name. Right? Ayla's like, yeah, Robbie is failing at being a human. Oh, he got him with a clothesline. And
2 and...
Theory had no idea where he was at. He was just twirling around like a ballerina in the ring. Just twirling around. Had no idea.
Bam.
And got smacked in the chest out of nowhere.
Big lariat. But he did kick out.
I was like, cheers, Mr. Cullen. Yeah, Robbie says, no, Ayla, I'm laying down watching Raw. Film says Austin Theory is the future of WWE and Elias Sampson. Okay.
Yeah, Elias has been taken down internally. Like, he doesn't exist anymore.
Ayla's like, Ravi, do you eat beans on toast? And Pico's like, what happened to Elias?
He doesn't exist
Okay,
anymore.
Elias was obsoleted by his brother Ezekiel. And then Ezekiel somehow got hurt in a match. He was in the hospital with all his family.
Yeah.
And
also
he just
does not
disappeared.
exist anymore, so we'll see how this ends up playing out when they come back.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Swanton bomb. 1, 2, 3. No! Austin got it up. He can still get it up at his age.
Yeah. It's gross. I was like, yeah, it's quite a decent meal in the UK. Film says, how are you today? And Pico says, the plate up on Steam has a beans and toast option. Pretty dope.
Dope.
The plate up on Steam. Is that like the whole name of the place? Or is that like, you're talking about the platform Steam, the place called Plate Up has beans on toast option. I don't understand. I'm confused by your statement. It's like, yeah, why do you call it toast? It's just raw bread.
It's cooked.
People, it's a cooking game. Oh, a cooking game. Oh, okay, thank you. That makes a lot more sense.
I'm your daddy.
it's fine.
They're slapping the shit out of each other.
They should slap each other. It's fine, Piccola. I guessed it both ways, so in all reality, it wasn't really that funky. I was like, or is it something on Steam, the gaming platform thing? Film says, no, Travis, they did, but they brought them back in a different gimmick as Ezekiel, aka brother relations storyline didn't go so well, but great news, they got rid of Ezekiel and Elias is coming back.
Yeah, I'd like to see Elias come back.
Is he, though?
With his beard. Can you imagine being at work and they're like, okay, we'll come back once you have a beard. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's actually pretty cool.
It says, I've seen a video of it on TikTok. Looked awful, to be honest. Where I was like, because you toast your bread in a toaster. I was like, no, dog, it's a good meal. And it was like, not from what I've seen, Ravi. It was the ketchup that threw me off. Ew, they put ketchup on it. Ugh.
On what?
On beans on toast.
I would eat
So,
it.
from what I understand, the beans they use are kind of like our pork and beans.
Yep.
So, you know, Van Camp's pork and beans, Ayla? That's what their beans are. They're like beans and like this sweet tomato sauce.
Kevin kicks out.
Is what they are. And my question is do they heat them up? So, there, Ravi. Question. Do they heat up the beans? And I still wouldn't. I would not put ketchup on that. I might try, like, warmed up pork and beans over toast, but I definitely wouldn't put ketchup on top of that.
I don't mind ketchup on that stuff. I've had it.
I know you have, but nope, couldn't do it. Oh, look, his buddy's out there trying to take his stuff.
Ugh, Johnny's terrible. Here comes the cannonball. Cannonball!
Oh, no, poor Theory. Nobody cares what you do, Gargano. You're a dumb fuck.
Pop-up powerbomb, and it's over, guys. 12 minutes, 47 seconds.
Yes.
Terrible.
Oh my god. So bad.
Yeah, Gargano shouldn't have been out there.
He shouldn't even be allowed in the building. He shouldn't even be a wrestler. He's like 12.
He works at Starbucks, I think.
Oh my god. Remind me of what you said after we're off
Oh, God.
the air later, before I leave. Because I'll forget if you don't remind me. It's funny. Anyways, Robbie says, Ayla, stick to your mom-in-law cooking then. Bryce says, alright, you guys, it's time for me to go get some good sleep tonight. Bye to you, Travis, later. See you Wednesday for AEW. Peace out. Bye, Bryce. Thanks for hanging out with us a little bit tonight.
Bye,
we appreciate it. Take care. Get your sleep, and hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. P. Cola says, KO with the fancy feet. Ayla says, I don't eat like World War II is still going on. Vindicator says, Ayla, do you try to toast your bread over a stove flame? Picola says, I haven't had pork and beans for years. Cold beans? I know, right? Like, granted, no, Picola. I do have cold pork and beans when I have, like, hamburgers and stuff. I have done that. My family has done that. But I don't eat them on anything. They're like a side dish. You know what I'm saying? Ayla says, I know I sent you the TikTok I'm speaking of. Oh, did you? I haven't had a chance to watch them all, so... Robbie's like, yes, we do heat up the beans, and you can even put cheese on the beans. No beans. No cheese on beans. Boom's like, yay, it's Johnny. And Piccolo says, Johnny pork and beans. It's Johnny spaghetti. Robbie says, Kevin Owens rolling out tonight. Vindicator says, give him a break, Travis. Johnny will grow on you just
No.
he grew on Dalitha enough for her to give him a nickname, Johnny's Stromboli Spaghetti. Okay. So, my nickname for him is in hate and disgust. Just so you know. That's why I call him that.
Bro.
Because he disgusts me. Like on multiple levels. As a human. People's like Jim Cornette, he calls him Johnny Sameface because he's a very bland wrestler. Well, isn't he correct? Thank you, Jim Cornette. I don't know who you are, but that seems like a very admirable thing to say because it's true.
He was a fantastic manager back in the day.
Film says, wait, did Johnny work at Starbucks? The only thing that I remember, he worked at a pizza place.
No, I don't know if he really worked there. He just looks like he does. If you saw him at the behind the counter at a Starbucks, you wouldn't realize.
Yeah, you wouldn't even notice
that
him
he was a
because he's so
wrestler.
bland. See, that's why. Picco's like, now I'm hungry for Olive Garden. Piccola, you better get your to-go order on. Do not go through DoorDash. Go through Uber Eats. I've heard the DoorDash sucks butthole. Film says, I don't remember him working at a Starbucks. Vindicator's like, Mr. Spaghetti is quite popular with the crowd. They must all be Italians. Not one person in that crowd was excited for him.
I didn't actually.
He was over there by the commentators, like, trying to get him to, like, get all excited. Not one person was looking at his dumb ass over there going, trying to get the crowd excited about Kevin Owens taking out freaking Theory. They didn't care what he did. I was like, Triple Big Nose H loves his shitty wrestlers from dead NXT. They're his babies. As long as they're tinier than him, they're his babies. Robbie's like, 420 is a big thing in the UK in Hyde Park.
Yeah, is that where everybody goes and buys weed?
Yeah, Vindicator's like, Travis, you remember the wrestling group, the FBI? Johnny Stromboli was their big power guy.
I don't remember that.
Are you talking... Stamboli, are you talking about like a real guy who was named Johnny Stamboli? Or are you talking about this dumb twat?
Oh. Old twats. Are you talking to me? I have no idea.
I'm curious. A group called the FBI. I don't know who they are.
Female body inspectors.
Pickle says someone needs to Photoshop delete that throwing breadsticks at Johnny Spaghetti. Can they have like a whole bunch of sauce grossness on them and they're splatting on his stupid fucking face? Film says, oh, now I know what you guys are saying. Got it. Robbie's like, Starbucks sucks. That coffee is dirt. I'm pretty sure, Robbie, that it is dirt. And they just put the dirt from outside and put it through the coffee filter and then give it to you. They add a couple things and it still tastes like shit. I don't know how Ayla drinks it. I seriously don't know how she does it. Don't know how she does it. For somebody who loves coffee like she does, I don't know how she can stand drinking their coffee. Virginia Haas is in the chat. Hey, Virginia says, hey, Logan will be a new champ. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Pico says, Vindicator bringing up the old FNEC dub. I don't know. Robbie says, DU said once that was Johnny Guy was the next... Robbie, stop talking out of your ass. Like, literally, I seriously think what you do is you bend over and take your butt cheeks, spread them apart, and then type all over your fucking phone's keyboard to put your stuff on there. That's exactly what I'm pretty sure that's what you do with your comments. Boom's like, I'm not a coffee person, but yeah, definitely hate Starbucks. Ravi is like, Ayla has bad taste. I don't know if it's that. I don't think it's bad taste. I just don't know how she likes it. I haven't quite figured it out yet, personally. Vindicator says, no, Johnny Stamboli is a different guy with the FBI, which stands for full-blooded Italians. They had feuds with The Undertaker. I wouldn't know these people. I would not know these people. I don't know these people. Do you know those people?
No.
Some full-blooded Italians group that had feuds with The Undertaker. When was this, Vin? Was this back in like 2000s or something?
It's probably my
Vindicator's like,
took off.
Ravi's like, ha, D, you did what? What the fuck are you talking about? I didn't say shit, dude. You're the one that loves him. You're the one that wants to be his best friend. In fact, you probably want to fold him up and put him in your fucking pocket, your front pocket, at that matter. So the person who likes Johnny Spaghetti in this chat is all Ravi. Good job, Ravi. I'm glad you're a big fan. Probably the only one he's got. Good job. You should keep him in business. Vindicator's like, dang, delete that. That's a gross visual about Ravi. Yeah, well, that's pretty much where his fucking comments come from. Film says, my mom likes getting coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. We don't have one of those, so I couldn't taste test it to see. I have had Dutch Brothers. Their coffee is gross, too. I haven't. Like, why is your guys' coffee so gross? Maybe my taste buds are broken. Probably. That's probably what it is. Probably me.
Were you smoking?
No.
That'll do it.
Although Riddle makes me want to be addicted to weed now from all of his advertising it, forcing upon children. Oh, why is like D, yellow, dirty mind, Vin. Virginia Haas says coffee with a shot of Jack is my style.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom's was not Jack, but Bailey's. She liked some Bailey's in her coffee.
I like Bayley.
No. Not that dumb bitch. Not talking about the stupid bitch on the fucking Raw. I, for sure, thought that guy that's behind Corey Graves, because you can't really see him, had a baby strapped to his chest. But it's really his shirt just has a face on it.
Oh.
But it was just kind of like part of it, so you couldn't really tell. And the way he was standing, it was like almost 3D-ish. So I'm like, what the fuck is that guy doing with a little tiny baby there? And I was like, oh, it's just a shirt. That's funny. Pico says, I enjoy a good espresso, cappuccino, grande, latte, macho, mano, Randy Sappho from Starbucks. So you have to put all that stuff in it just to make it taste good. Vinegar says they feuded with Undertaker during the years of 05 to 07. Film says, oh, Ravi. Pico says, I hope no one says Folgers is good coffee.
It's the best part of waking up.
It's Folgers in your coffee. Well, let's put it this way, Pico. It's not the worst, but it's not that good. Ravi says, is it bad not to like donuts? No. Why would it be bad? Okay, Dunkin' Donuts is a place that sells more than just donuts. They have like coffee and breakfast sandwiches and regular sandwich stuff. They become something else. We don't have one of those around here. I don't even know if they have one north of us.
No idea.
No idea. Never been to one. So I couldn't tell you. But my question is, are you actually asking a serious question about donuts? Just out of curiosity. Walter's now in the chat, says, good Raw tonight. Yeah, Walter.
It's doing
Film
pretty
says,
good.
ha ha ha. Vindicator says, oh yeah, Travis, who do you think is winning the Super Bowl this year?
The Bills, maybe? I don't know who's going to go from the NFC. But it's either going to be the Chiefs or the Bills would be the AFC team. Really just depends on who they're playing.
Right?
And it always depends on who gets hot at the end of the season.
Yeah.
If Josh Allen gets hurt, then the Bills aren't going.
Right.
Same with Mahomes. If Mahomes gets hurt, they're not going.
True. Yeah, they do play.
But like the
pretty big part.
49ers, their quarterback got hurt, and it was an upgrade. So 49ers actually got better with their quarterback.
Their backup guy's a little better than the...
Well, yeah, he was the quarterback that led him to the Super Bowl.
Oh, well, there you go.
And they just replaced him for whatever reason, and then... So basically, they just got an upgrade.
That's funny.
But not all teams get upgraded. I mean, we got Uncle Rico or whatever playing for the
Cowboys
now.
Right.
Hey, by the way, they won.
Does he look like him or something?
No, it's just they were looking for a quarterback.
Oh, okay.
And he could throw it over that mountain.
That's funny. I didn't know that they were looking for it. That's just I thought
Yeah, well,
maybe the guy
Dak
looked like him or something. I'm like, why do you keep saying that? Brutes.
Dak Prescott got hurt, and so they needed a quarterback. The Brawling Brutes are on Raw.
The coach is like, we haven't even looked at it yet. We don't even know that. Jerry Jones. He's going to need surgery. Fucking Jerry Jones. That guy's a dumbass. Phil says, haha, oh, Ravi, what are we going to do with you? Pico says, this guy flexing needs to work on snaps. Niners suck. Walter says, Logan Paul press conference was good. And Vinegar says, not really, Walter, lol. I was like, Film, you guys would be bored without me in the chat. What happened to a flat white, lol? What the fuck are you talking about, Ravi? Walter's like, okay, at 9:30 p.m. I'm going to be going. I'll be here Wednesday at AEW 8 p.m. Still here in the chat for now. Ravi says, no, D, it is bad, that coffee. Vindicator says, hey, Travis, Logan Paul versus Jake Paul would be a WrestleMania-worthy match, huh? LOL.
I guess.
Sure, Vin. Weirdos. Pickles like the egg white sandwich is not bad. Bless you. I leave half of it in my sausage wallet when I want to eat it later. Gross. It's nasty, Pickle. Robin's like, yeah, I'm not a fan of sugary treats. So Cola saves them for D. Vindicator's like, message retracted. Ravi says, Vin, I saw that. Boom's like, oh, Ravi, actually, let's reverse it. If I was in here, then Ravi wouldn't exist in Wrestling Goblin themselves, too. So that's why I'm always here to support. Have a good time in the chat.
Live this Friday, the Brawling Brutes going up against the Usos for the World Championship.
Ew, World Championships. I think the Street Profits have something to say about that. They're going to bring down their weirdo people with them, Hit Row. They can't go anywhere without them nowadays, it seems like. Well, it's like Brawling Brutes. Boo. Pickle's like, oh, who is the quarterback for the Cowgirls now?
Uncle Rico.
No idea, Piccola.
No idea who it is.
Film says, hello, Walter. Ravi says, flat white is a regular coffee. That's,
With creamer? Because isn't coffee black?
I know, right? Flat white. I don't even know what that... We just call it a reg...
Or black.
Oh, are you talking regular coffee as in, like, you put, like, 2 creams and 2 sugars in it? Like, because that's what we call a regular coffee. Is that what you're talking about? Vindicator says Travis picked the Bills only because they playing tonight. LOL. Nah, but I know many people are high on them. I think the Dolphins could shock many people.
That's my team.
They did shock people when they won the other day or last night or whatever.
Yeah, they came back and won it late.
Hi, new person with a name that I can't pronounce from somewhere else. Thank you for being in here. Hello, says Brian Dennis is better in AEW than WWE.
Looks like it.
You think? Huh, that's weird. Pico says, bless you, Travis. And Luke's like, holy crap, Trav, you sneezed right as I came back and scared the hell out of us.
Calm his butch
At least he
down.
didn't inhale his toothpick while he was sneezing.
I took it. How'd I put it over there?
Ravi says, shit, row.
Why don't you put your money where your mouth's are?
Yes, person who I don't know your name. Yeah, Braun Strowman is back. Huh?
Old Braun.
He's there. They want smoking. They and Riddle should just get together.
Throw
That's
a touchdown.
they should be doing it. Also, like Street Profits, beat them up. Robbie's like, yeah, that's the one. Oh, okay, the 2 creams and 2 sugar regular. Okay, so you guys call it a flat white. Yeah, I could see that. It does make it all weird and creamy, I guess. I was gonna say because I don't normally do that. Looks like flat white sounds like something you'd order at a brothel. Ew.
That's what I was gonna say, by the way. Can you make sure she's flat?
Pickle's like, I've heard of the term, but never rarely noticed it. Vindicator's like, Travis is a scary guy, Luke. New person with a different name's like, Bray what? Bray Wyatt will be back?
Hopefully.
Maybe.
I haven't seen anything, but...
There's a lot of talking about it. Rumors going around. Ravi says, hope the Street Profits get smashed. They are annoying. Pico says, Ford looking like Willie Mays Hayes. Film has an armpit question for you there, Pico. And Vindicator says, I'm not drinking coffee unless it's actually hot chocolate.
Exactly. Hot cocoa. Some marshmallows in it. That's how I make it white.
So, Vindicator, it's funny that you say that because that's kind of how Ayla drinks her coffee. She likes mocha in her coffees, so it's basically just chocolate in your coffee. I don't. I don't like that mixture, and so she basically drinks hot chocolate coffee. It's cute.
These Titans are just not on the same level of the Bills.
The Vikings?
Nope.
Oh,
That is
the Titans? Oh.
Watch this. He's like, oh, I got a man deep. If they actually play the play. That's called a stunt, what they just showed right there. See how he came around the edge?
Oh, shit.
The ball lands in the middle of 4 Bills.
Why didn't one of the Bills take it? They should have grabbed it.
Just the 2 of us. Yeah, you and I.
Robbie is talking out of his butthole again. D. Defo been to one the way she laughed. To a Dunkin' Donuts? Pickle's like there's many flat whites to choose from at the Bunny Ranch. I wouldn't know. Guys.
I've never been there. To be honest, I don't even know what part of Nevada it's in.
Right?
But I do know my buddy Brett's been there.
That's funny. That's
Supposedly, he didn't do anything.
Supposedly. What a liar face.
Like, right.
New person in the chat say MJF to WWE in 2024 maybe?
2024 bidding war.
Pickle says, I don't know, Tiffany Stratton, so Bliss bites.
Tiffany Stratton's a flat white.
Film says, Pickle, good answer. Raleigh says, or Raleigh is in the chat. Hey, Raleigh, nice to see you in here. Says, hi, Travis Deletha, chat, hello. Watching you and NFL Vikings Eagles.
That's what we're doing, but not the Vikings Eagles.
We're watching the other game.
The Bills and Titans.
The
Houston Oilers.
I did not know that you liked United States football, Raleigh. That's interesting. Vindicator says, ew, I'm being lumped into a group with Ayla, so gross. Elba coffee is just too bitter for me. Jacob is in the chat. Hey, Jacob says, how are you doing tonight? Great. Ravi says, I love that story. My friend has been there.
To the Bunny Ranch.
Huh?
Okay, it started. Street Profits, Brawling Brutes.
New person in the chat that still doesn't have a name. Cody versus Roman will be Moneymaker. I'm calling you George.
It will happen at WrestleMania, would be my guess.
Jacob says, so guess what? I went to Paducah, Kentucky. Paducah?
Okay.
Yeah? Did you gamble all your money away and now you're poor? For shame on you.
Whoop, into the ropes.
Says, I'm
Big
doing okay,
Ridge.
Jacob, only because Ayla isn't here to make fun of me. Chris says, Oilers, baby.
The old Houston Oilers, right? The Tennessee Titans.
Mm-hmm.
They had Jeff Fisher as their head coach forever.
Right. Films asking people another question. And Robbie says, D, people do watch NFL in the UK. I just figured you guys wouldn't be very good, fans of it, I guess. I mean, I know they play games there and have for, the last few years they've went over there?
I know they
games?
have in the past. I don't know if they're still doing that. But, yeah, they play a game in London.
Before
but
the
they play it
pandemic,
on grass, so it's really weird. It tears their soccer fields up because they play with big spikes and stuff.
Right.
And football fields are made out of turf. It's a different type of grass. But so it's a little slick for the players, but it's still fun. Ford. He's all yelling. He's like, leave my fingers alone.
He's a biter. He's a wachati. Weird.
A little bit of a dance going on in here instead of wrestling, but... Oh, big Bruce Smith.
Raleigh says, I've watched NFL since '08, Saints fan. It's on UK TV Live right now. There you go, Deletha. There's lots of NFL fans in the UK. I wouldn't really think that you guys would be. It's interesting. Nothing wrong with it. Just, it was interesting. Jacob says, yeah. And George says, WrestleMania 39 Roman versus Rock will happen. I promise you.
You think it's going to be The Rock, huh? I figured it'd be Cody. It'd make more sense to me for it to be Cody.
Right. Film says, hey, Jacob, my typing partner, say, let me guess, you're at work. If you're going to say you're at work and you say a little bit nicely, you said a little bit rude last time. Vindicator says, that's okay, Jacob. Nobody ever asked me how I'm doing except Aletha once a year. Whatever, Vindicator. You're so full of shit. Robbie's like, D always makes fun of me. Pico's like, I've been to a Saints tailgate party a few times in New Orleans. Did they make sure to get rid of their coals out of their, tailgate grills so they don't start the whole cars on fire in the parking lot? That actually happened at a game, I guess.
That's pretty funny.
Jacob says, Film, I am at work. Film's like, oh, are you guys talking about football? Speaking of football, don't believe the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Colts 0-24.
Right? I saw that yesterday. I was pretty impressed.
Robbie says,
I love their quarterback, though. I really do like him. He played really good at Clemson.
Yeah. Was he that kid?
Mm-hmm. He beat Alabama in the
went
national championship game, I think. He might have lost that one, but I think they played twice in a year.
He went to the Jaguars, though, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. Robbie says, I am not much of a fan. Jacob says, actually, there's grass fields, too. Raleigh says, cool, Piccola, that's awesome.
Rich Holland with the lariat.
Robbie says they do it at some football stadiums in the UK. George says Lashley versus Lesnar going to happen. Film also says, Piccola, who do you get winning? And Piccola says, it was the same weekend Bama played LSU in Baton Rouge, so I hung out all weekend in Louisiana for 2 football games.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. That's disgusting.
He's got monkeypox.
Ew. His outfits
You can always
so
tell
stupid.
if they're foaming out the mouth.
It goes up and his butt cheeks are all sticking out. Ugh. Ugh. Ew, and he's picking it out of his butt. Ew, seriously. He really needs a new outfit. Butch.
Yeah, we know who you're talking about.
As Ravi says, Butch looks yellow. No shit.
He does, and he's
got
just
jaundice.
gross, and now he wears a onesie again. He was fine before. I just don't understand. That it must mean that he wants to wear this, and that they wouldn't allow it. And now Triple H is like, wear what you want.
It's okay, you little weirdo. Just wear what you want to wear, you
Or
weirdo. Then he hears Pete Dunne is so weird with his finger fetishes. I would actually be afraid to fight him even with his feminine physique. Be afraid to grab onto your fingers and not let go. Pico's like, Film, let's go with Rhea. Jacob says, so I got to see the home of Superman yesterday.
Keanu Reeves.
Superman.
Not cute. What's
Christopher
Reeves. Scared the shit out of me.
Chris says there was a White Rabbit tease again in the back. It was a QR code in the backstage segment, and in the codes it said a Hangman game riddle. It said who killed the world, and the you did. That makes weird sense and none at all, Chris. Film's like, okay, Picola. Robbie says, Vin, don't take that from DLOL. Picola's like, I was too lit to remember. George says Big E to return soon. And Film has another question for Picola. And Ravi says, ha ha ha, Defo foaming. Jacob Eugene says, so Travis, are you talking about T-Law, a.k.a. Trevor Lawrence?
Yes. Old Trevor Lawrence.
Ravi says, D, they zoom in for you. Picola's like, is this the first time multiple Monday night games are going on?
That I can remember.
I don't
They have
remember
2 at the
having
same
more.
time. I don't know if they're going to do this all year or what.
Well, I know they put in so many extra games. Where's Luke? Luke knows the answer to that. How many extra games they added to the season? Did they add more games this season?
Yeah, 1.
That was it?
Yeah, they went to 17 games. That's a lot.
Why did I think it was more than that?
No.
Who added more than 1 game? Was it baseball? Did they add more games?
No, I don't think any other sport added games.
I feel like somebody added more games.
The NFL added games.
I know, but they only added 1. That's nothing.
Well, it's...
Did they add more a year ago? Did they add 3 or 4?
No. It used to be a 16-game season, and now it's 17.
It's just weird.
I think. I mean, I guess it could be 18. I think it's 17, though.
Says PS Adam Cole. We're in the Jacksonville, Florida TIAA Bank Stadium watching the game. Saw it on her Instagram. Cool. Picola gives the answer of Becky, and Robbie says, I thought people were free to express who they want to be.
No, not in wrestling.
They can't just willy-nilly decide that they're going to wear disgusting outfits
Weird,
and be
gross
yellow.
onesies and not.
Why on earth he... You know what he reminds me of? You've seen this show, but I don't know if you'll remember. Remember in Sin City, Bruce Willis goes after the mayor's kid?
Mm-hmm.
He shoots him and he comes back all gross because of all the chemicals and he's like yellow and like all...
Right, glows.
That's what Butch reminds me of. He reminds me of that character from Sin City.
Don't they end up cutting his head off? And the dogs eat him or something?
Rip off his whole penis and dick and like... I can't remember what else they did.
I thought the
to him.
dogs ate him or something.
No, that was...
And he just sat there?
No, that was... no, different guy.
Oh.
Not the yellow weird guy. That was the quiet weirdo.
Right.
Completely different. God, who the fuck is his name? He was Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah. It's Tobey Maguire.
The real Spider-Man.
Sure. Get that one.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Jacob says, no, it's called Metropolis, Illinois.
Metro City? Metrocity?
Metrocity? Metropolis?
Metrocity.
Metrocity. Chris says the answer said you did. It was weird. Oh, that is weird. Film says, okay, Piccola. Nice pick. Robbie says, film Charlotte stinks of piss. Chris says, Astros, we are in playoffs, baby.
Baby.
And Luke says, the White Rabbit thing is interesting. Everyone thinks it has to Bray, and I tend to agree, but White Rabbit is also Carino's gimmick in his earlier wrestling days. Who's Carino?
I have no idea who Carino
Who is that? Film's like, Jacob, got one question for you. All you got to do is answer. That's about it. Pico says those movies had a stacked cast. Rarely anyone talks about Sin City. Sin City was awesome. I don't know why people
She
don't
digs
like
it.
I love that show.
I always think it's really weird, but I have watched it multiple times because of her.
It just reminds me of how... It reminds me of Quentin Tarantino type movies is all. And like how he sets up the storylines like with Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why I like it. Film says that...
Because you have to pay attention.
Yeah. Pico says the all-female gang were vicious but very pith. Right? Exactly.
Oh. Ford kicks Butch right in the side of the head.
Film and answer. Well, it's okay. Bye, guys. See you Wednesday for AW and Daphne. I'm doing bingo early in the day. Sweet. You'll let me know if you win, Walter. Good luck. Hope you win lots of stuff.
Oh, big kick right to the head.
I was like, Robbie, haha, sure, why not? Luke says NFL season is now 18 weeks total. Each team gets one bye and plays 17 season games. They added 1 week to regular season, but shortened preseason to 3 games weeks.
Oh, so they just took one out of the preseason and put it in the main season.
Oh.
Oh, there's girls with their boobies
Take
falling
care,
out.
Walter. See ya for AEW. And Luke says, Karrion Kross. Oh, okay. Film's like, thank you, Jacob, for answer. Chris says, I think he's talking about Steve Carino from ECW. No, he's talking about Karrion Kross. See?
Oh, Cross.
I had no idea. Robbie says, so Piccola, you would dagger them Piff Gal then? Sounds violent and weird. Piccola's like, did you ever see the Spirit movie? Same style, but lackluster.
No, is it about a horse? Spirit?
I'm pretty sure he's not talking about the cartoon, sweetie. We're talking about Sin City, so probably not.
But I have not seen that either. So. When we turned it to this game, it was 10-7.
What did you do? I'm just kidding.
I cursed the Titans.
You're like, I want to see if the Bills are going to win.
Uh-oh,
No,
Ford.
my phone autocorrected carry across.
Bam. Brings him down. Oh, Ford hurt himself, though.
I didn't say the carrying part. I wasn't sure we were
1,
talking
2.
about.
Ridge breaks it up. Son of a bitch. Old Christopher Reeves. There's no way the Street Profits can win this match.
I think I know what P called. No, not at this
Storyline,
point.
it doesn't make sense because
It
Butch
doesn't.
and
Dodo face.
Dookie,
Yeah.
Dookie.
Dork
He,
and dork.
Butch is the dork.
They're both dorks.
Ridge Holland.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Neckbreaker.
Yeah. Won the #1 contendership, so they can't go on and lose this match. I feel bad for the Street Profits. Shouldn't they be a top tag team?
They used to be tag team champions. Remember
During
when
the
they were
pandemic?
actual champions?
Yeah.
Remember when they had the championship? Remember when they were really good and then all of a sudden they're like, we're shit. We're such shit. Shitty shit.
Dawkins just knocked Pete Dunne into his tag team partner so he could tag. Dawkins taking everybody out with those shoulder tackles. Now Ford's legal, but he's the only one in the ring. Oh, I guess he's going high flying. Taking out Butch and Bruce, whatever his name is. Butch.
People's like, without a doubt, Ravi. Film's like, bye, Walter. Bobby says, yeah, my man Cola knows where it's at. And Film has women's armpit questions for us.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It would be cool to see the Bills actually go to the Super Bowl and maybe win it.
Right?
Maybe dedicate it to Jim Kelly.
Oh, more finger twisting.
Or Thurman Thomas. Or Bruce Smith. Andre Reed.
Andre Reed.
Scott Norwood.
Ayla's like, dagger them puffs this chat and it's awful slang. Wow, she's so hot. I'd like to unalive
And
her.
that's
Haha,
it.
stop. Right? Yeah, like weird.
14:38.
On notice. What does that mean? They're
When
gonna
you
get
put
their
somebody
pink
on
slips.
notice, it means they're aware now, they're awake. They're on notice, so now they know they have a match coming up.
Robbie says dagger means to chat up, dance with, meet up with. Film's like, all right, here's your armpit question. Who will win an armpit deodorant match? Paige or Nikki Bella or Stephanie or Kelly or Chyna or Gigi Dolan?
Stephanie, just because she's their boss. She's like, you either have me win or you don't go to the Hall of Fame.
She's just paying him off. Like her dad. Rafi says, Ayla, it's piff, not puffing. Gamer Esports in the chat. Hey, Esports says noob. Hi, noob. Hi.
Good to
Thanks
see you in
for
here.
joining us tonight. We're watching some Raw, and looks like the
Brawling Brutes.
Brawling Brutes won over the Street Profits over on
They did.
Raw.
Terrible.
Also have some football happening. Looks like the Bills are winning over the Titans. Somebody
Yeah.
got a no-no.
And
Ew, he got
Oh,
the no-no. What the
that's a
fuck, dude?
15-yarder, too.
You totally tried to rip his head off. Can't do that. I've heard that that's wrong. Ayla says, yeah, maybe Robbie, but I don't believe you. Are you sure you're not a patient where you work? Well, Ayla, there is mass stabbings happening in the UK, so it would not surprise me if they really just, dagger the piffs. Gamer Esports is like, you not play WWE, play now.
Yeah.
We're
We can't-
watching actual WWE stuff.
Well, he's talking about put it on so we can see it.
Oh, we can't show you. It's against regulations. Luke says, in Lucha Underground, Carrion was the White Rabbit, had a mask and a whole outfit, and Scarlett always came out like Alice if she was a goth stripper. So he dressed up like a rabbit? That's fucking weird. That's weird. So he dressed up
Ray
as
in
a
the back.
fuzzy white rabbit. That's just weird. I was like, Ayla, just because you're square as your box of cereal box. Why the hell with the boxes? Parker Curry in the chat. Hey, Parker says hello. Hello, Parker.
Good to see you in here. Thanks for joining us.
Ayla says meet up with. I knew it was my interpretation is correct. Ravi outed himself meat, not psychopath. He daggers them and then makes them into meat.
There's another touchdown. It looks like it's 34-7 now.
Rey Mysterio's talking in the back. He's sad about his son. I love my son so much. I will never, ever get that thought in. This is Ayla. No pulling the word over your eyes. The wool over your eyes.
When are they actually going to finally say it and be like, look, you're really not my son. You're Eddie's.
It was like Super Square is still alive, so I just not be a puff piff. Bobby says D is too lazy to play WWE 2K these days. Beagle says, don't worry, I will never use this language in real life, just in this cray chat. Indicator's like, regulate the regulators. It was like, true, Fat Lisa, what happens
more
in
Riddle.
chat stays in chat. It was like, although I might have to turn Robbie in. I was like, D is sad about Condom too. Pico says, I think Dom and Rhea should have vignettes and him looking for sex toys. Ew! Wow. Disgusting. You made me read that. It's disgusting. I was like, Ayla, please do. Please do. Turn Ravi into the authorities in the UK. Be like, we think you have somebody escape the asylum.
They'll come
He
with their
pretends
club.
to work there.
They'll come with their club.
Whatever he calls them. I call them billy clubs, but he called them trunchers or cluckers or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be. It says, I don't know about in Europe, but here cereal boxes are rectangular, not square. Do they even have cereal there, Ayla? Just kidding.
It comes with a treat in every bag. It's called diabetes. There's a prize in every bag.
There's a prize in this box. Oh, wait, I already know what it is. It's diabetes. That's actually pretty funny. I wanted your son to have this so bad. Comes forth a prize. I already know what it is. It's diabetes. I was like, D loves it, really. It? No, actually, it. Probably not. Vinicure says NXT still has those weird colors. I thought black and gold was returning. Very disappointing.
It will. It's probably going to happen after their next pay-per-view. Halloween Havoc or whatever.
Right? Phone says, I'll tell you what. I'm ready for Halloween.
Getting there.
What are we on? King of the Hill? I'll tell you what. Chris says Riddle teaming with Rey. Yeah. It was like they have shredded cardboard in cardboard square boxes. Sometimes they add cheese and ketchup. It's so disgusting. Phil's like, I'm just ready to eat some candy. Phil, you don't have to wait for Halloween to eat candy, sweetie. You know that, right? Like, you could have candy anytime. You don't have to wait for Halloween to have candy. And basically,
yeah, but it's free. He goes trick-or-treating.
I'm pretty sure he's an adult.
So? Just the two of us. You and
So it's
I.
basically candy season from now until Easter. Isn't it like candy, food, candy,
Candy
food,
corns, candy canes.
I mean, because Thanksgiving's not really about goodies, but kind of. It's about food.
Right.
Then you have December, which is Christmas, candy.
Right.
Make candy, make goodies, make cookies. Make
New Year's is
make
liquor.
Like, kind of, but not really, right? It's liquor. But, I mean, then the rest of January is nothing. Then you got February, you got Valentine's Day, candy. You know, and then March, there's really nothing.
St. Patrick's Day.
But it's
is
about beer.
More liquor.
Liquor, but not candy. And they have April, Easter. Candy. And then there's nothing. May, June, July, August, September. All those months are about barbecuing.
Yeah.
There's nothing about candy.
And it's hard to barbecue candy. Most of it melts.
It depends on what kind of candy you're making in your barbecue. Maybe you have to put it in foil and then make those foil like s'mores and stuff that I
Snickers,
see people
yeah.
do all the time. Rob is like, America has dry comedy.
Yeah. So does Britain.
Pretty sure that's from you, Ravi, the dryness. Vindicator says Halloween Ends will not even be the final Halloween movie. Oh, fuck, of course it's not. Chris says, no, it did show black and gold. It's just this week's show is pre-taped. Weird. Ravi says, D waits for Thanksgiving for turkey. I don't even like turkey, Ravi, so I don't even eat it. Film says, that too, Misty. That too, I didn't forget. Thank you. Chris says, candy, baby, New Year's drinking. Pickles like cookies and so many sweets, just an awful season. Like, right? Like, what the fuck?
Is Braun Strowman going to be behind Johnny? No, Kevin Owens is.
Oh, God.
Look how small he is. If you're smarter than Chad or smaller than Chad Gable, there's something seriously wrong.
You fucking think?
Chad Gable's way bigger than he is. Like way big, like
I know.
3 inches.
I know. That's what I said. Like, and then people are like, he's so good. And it's like, yeah, he's great. He looks like Triple H's child that's 12. Ayla's like, we're only allowed to eat our country's bird turkey on Thanksgiving. Ravi's like, candy. Film's like, barbecue candy, never heard of that before. In other words, no, I'm not trying it. Film, no. Travis was talking about taking candy and barbecuing it on the barbecue, right? So you take hot dogs and you grill them on the grill, right? And you barbecue them. So you can't take your Snickers bar out there and throw it on the grill. It'll melt. That's what he meant by barbecuing candy. Chris says Halloween ends, baby. Ravi says, D, I have heard your jokes. No. Pickle's like, I could never score the candy canes right. They always melt through the griddle. Mom's like, it's KO again. And Chris says, maybe another White Rabbit segment. Vindicator says, I'm smarter than Chad Gable and Mr. SpaghettiOs. Ravi says, D, why all the hate to NXT? Ayla says, what were those eye drops you were telling me about?
Are they in there?
Are you telling her some eye drops?
Did she say Travis?
No.
Oh.
She didn't say my name either. I don't know what she's talking about.
Oh.
What were those eye drops you were telling me about? What are you talking? Are you talking about eye drops?
She's talking about Willis.
Who? Who are you talking to? Vindicator says Raw back in Canada again so soon next week. Oh, they're like gel. They're by a company called like Renew or something like that.
Dom's officially a man now after being with Rhea.
That's disgusting. Or Refresh, sorry. They're literally just called Refresh Gel Drops.
Uh-oh, look at this. Another touchdown by the Bills, this time on defense.
They're just a soothing coverage.
That was a pick six. It is now 40-7. So they've scored 30 since we started watching this. And there's an extra point coming up right now.
Or like liquid gel or gel drops or what they're called. Looks like you could get them at Walgreens or Walmart.
On the right.
Oh.
He throws a perfect pass right to the linebacker.
Oh, that's really good of him.
And he took it to the house.
Good job. It was a good throw. It was perfect. Spiraled and everything. Oh, he tried.
Well, he wanted to be the quarterback of the Bills, and now he gets to be.
Is that you? Okay. Let's see.
41-7.
Haha, now I understand. Thank you, Misty. Super helpful. You're welcome.
I mean, at some point, you got to take out your starters.
Right?
Let them rest.
Yeah, something like that.
It's still pretty early in the game, though.
Ravi says, nah, Scotland, they deep fry Snickers. Ravi, they deep fry Snickers here, too. They put them in a batter and deep fry them. They deep fry cheesecake bites. They deep fry Oreos.
Did you see the chicken nuggets I sent you?
I did not watch it.
Yeah, that's McDonald's chicken nuggets, but you know what's in it. And they're a little bigger. But you put chicken with some other stuff in a blender and just blend it into a mush. And then you put it in the freezer.
Mm-hmm. And then you batter them and then deep fry them.
And then deep fry them. And then they come out tasting like the McDonald's ones.
Why don't you want them to taste like them? Don't you want them to be better than them?
Right. And you can. They're better for you.
Film says, Rhea, oh, come on, would you please? I love you, but please let the armpits be shown. She's wearing a t-shirt. It's fine. Robbie says, Dee, what were those eye drops you saying about? I don't know. It was like you brought up eye drops when we went shopping a few weeks back. Was it because you had something wrong with your eye? Robbie's like, message retracted. Robbie's like, Dom got his card stamped by Rhea. Gross. Vindicator says, fake tough guy Dominic might be worse than Johnny Spaghetti. He's so awkward. Looks like a reject from a Spanish soap.
There's no doubt that he's worse than Johnny Gargano. He's probably as bad as Garcia over on AEW, if not worse. Right there with Hook. I just don't understand how these guys are wrestlers.
Right.
I mean, Hook I understand just because his dad.
Right.
But Dominic, like...
Because of his dad?
Well, it's obviously because of his dad, but, like, he's
not good.
As good as Hook is at wrestling. Taz was an actual wrestler.
Yeah. Vindicator says, or Ravi says, Vin, but you're enjoying the Dom segments. Ayla says, I saw them at Walmart, but I bought artificial tears instead because I couldn't remember what you said they were. Next time I'll get them. All they are is they're just a thicker, like, lubrication, I guess you could say.
It's like a WD-40 or 10W30.
No. So instead of it being like natural, like the eye drops that you got, like more liquidy, they're like a gel. They just felt really good after I had gotten my LASIK surgery. They just felt really good in my eyes. It made them feel like super, like, lubricated, I guess you could say. And when your eyes are kind of irritated, it's just nice not to make it feel like you have grit in your eye, is all. Robbie says, is that why Americans have diabetes?
Yes, breakfast cereal.
Pickle says, in America, you get stamped 6 times and the food court gives you free chicken stir fry. Oh, we're not speaking the same thing, are we, Robbie? Phil says, no way, I want their armpits exposed, they're covered up. Piccolo says, he's Telemundo, Dom.
Telemundo.
I hope his character gets killed off. It was like, I don't remember why we were talking about eye drops. I just needed new eye drops. I was like, Dom Defo booked his hotel tonight in a bottle of champagne. Gross. Films like P.S. No, Dominic and Rhea are not a thing. I think they are. Rhea's with him and
Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy.
Oh, Lord. Well, I guess he's over heat-wise, but... Judgment Day.
It says, yeah, I want the gel. The liquid just dries up faster. I was using Rothos, but I think they're ruining my eyeballs. Yeah. Robbie says, film, Dom and Rhea are defo tucking in after this segment. Just put some cold cucumber slices on your eyes. Pickle's like, ew, Buddy is getting Rhea's sloppy seconds. Yeah, I think I typed that right. Yeah, because she's with Dom first, right? Phil's like, well, Buddy Murphy is Buddy Murphy, but I know they are a thing, but not Dominic. No, sweetie.
No, Dominic
They're
and
all
her
a thing.
are work colleagues, quote unquote.
Luke, yes, Americans get diabetes for breakfast cereal. Not the fact that in USA the portion sizes are 3 times larger than anywhere over here. LOL. Yeah, it's called freedom, Luke. And don't you dare tell me that you go over there, you make your own damn food, and you're going to tell me that you're going to go off and go, you know what, I'm going to give myself UK portions of food. Bullshit, motherfucker. You eat just as much food as you did in the States. Don't you lie. Don't lie. Don't you lie. I've heard your dinners. I heard it. It says, I went to the eye doctor last week and he recommended a gel type eye drop, but he didn't give me a brand, but I remembered you mentioned it too. Yeah, it's Refresh. It refreshes the one I got. You could probably get like the store brand. Usually they're the same thing. Just look at the ingredients, and if it's the same ingredients, then buy the store brand. It's not going to be that big of a difference, just a name you're paying for. But I got the Refresh because at the time I was like, well, I didn't look around for anything else, and I'd got the Refresh ones I had gotten are the individual eye drops as well, because that way I didn't have to worry about them getting contaminated with other stuff or anything. They were just use them and throw it away. And so I just happened to get them at the same time I got those. Was all.
Rey Mysterio is coming down with Riddle, by the way.
Ooh, he is! Right now?
Yeah.
Right now?
Well, they're already down there, so when we get back, the match
already.
will start.
Robin says, plus they eat for a week at breakfast. Well, at least we're not eating beans on toast. Film's like, Ravi, no, dude, that's weird, bro. No offense. It was like, it's only the cereal. That's why I don't have diabetes. I don't really eat cereal either, so there we go. Ravi's like, D, just because you like a big meal, lol. Vindicator's like, Dalitha's not a fan of those bullshit laying mother effers. Film's like, haha, diabetes. Pickles like, convenience stores and fast food spots and buffets have entered the chat. Phil's laughing at Ravi. It's like, Phil, yo, it's always weird. I was like, Ravi, you can't even go out to eat. If you want a small meal, you have to order a kid's meal. Phil's like, I'm literally dying here. This is funny. Raleigh says, boo, Ray and Riddle, new team, okay. Aw, bro. Oh, bro, not boo, sorry. I'm so used to Walter's boos. Raleigh says, bro, Ray and Riddle, a new team. For a minute.
For a minute.
Looks like actually over time I've really stopped eating as much per meal. Instead of 2 or 3 huge plates, I do 1, but I do small snacks through the day. It's helped me get my blood sugar levels more in control. As it should. And probably different choices. I know you started adding like some vegetables and stuff. More vegetables to your eating than what you were before. I'm just teasing you, Luke. I just remember when you guys first moved there and we'd talk about the meals you would make. And it was just like an abundant. I'm like, who are you cooking for? An army? It says the crowd was loud. Robbie's like, Ayla, did you find your eye drops? Piccolo says, like, have you seen all the food commercials? Jeez, like, right, dude? Like, they're all the time. Ayla says, no, I got a different type. Vindicator says, Delita, how come you never wear those big wrestling gab caps that are hogging the spotlight on that table?
Yeah.
Because I look fucking stupid in hats like that.
Oh.
I do. I look dumb in them. I've never looked at him build hats. Films laughing, and Robbie says kids meal half the price. I'm bro DGI. I'm bro. Hey bro. Hey. Ayla says portions are intense here for sure. Looks like film diabetes is not funny. Well, not to my diabetes having ass. Whatever, Luke. It's fucking hilarious. Diabetes. Especially the Family Guy episode about diabetes.
Type 1 diabetes is kind of shitty because most people are born with it.
Yeah. That's pretty shitty because a lot of people, kids that have it and stuff.
Right.
But,
But if you eat yourself into type 2, that's kind of your own doing.
Right? If you're eating yourself into type 2 diabetes by eating your breakfast cereal.
Fruity Pebbles.
I'm bro. Randy Orton return. Film says, I'm not going to lie. Why would you make a horror movie that talks about a person expression? The title movie is called Smile.
Oh, yeah.
Really, Smile? That's the best horror movie they can come up with? It's going to be terrifying, Film.
Well, people that smile are scary.
I know. I've seen it multiple times where I live, and it's terrifying. I don't like it. It says, no one makes you eat it all. Although I worked at a donut shop and had a girl and her kid come in every Tuesday and buy a dozen donuts and sit and eat them all. I can barely eat one. Like, I think I can eat more, and so I get more. But I seriously can barely eat one because I'm not that big of a donut
In my
fan.
prime, I could easily eat 3 of the ones that had some sort of fruit, fake fruit
Filling
in the middle
in
of them. Yeah.
Right? And I would like to.
Like the pudding.
Yeah, like I'm like, these are so, and especially when they're fresh, it's like, these are so good. Right. I'm gonna eat, like, I get one down and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up.
Well, I could easily have 3,
I'm gonna hork my guts out right
not
now.
6. And then the ones that are just bread, like that are kind of like cinnamony and they're kind of twisted in themselves.
Yeah.
Those ones would fill me like one of those, but they're kind of giant.
Yeah.
They're kind of misshapen and stuff.
True.
But those ones, I could probably just eat one and that's in my prime when I could eat anything and all the time.
Uh-huh. Sure, I'm bro. Yeah, I think that's going to happen another 9/11. That's weird. Robbie says, do you always look good in whatever you wear? Okay.
Put the hat on sideways. You want to wear a straight waffle
Luke
hat?
says, oh, I'm aware I was a fat ass in a tall and skinny suit. LOL. And the stupid look continues. Is that what you want? You guys want me to look like a dumbass?
West Philadelphia, born and raised. Why are you? It looks like the Simpsons boss.
Exactly. Let's see. Film says, Luke like Misty says, it's hilarious. Pico says, type 2 sounds like you're an overachiever. Or Abby says that's Fruit Loops of the shopping list. Ayla says, thing is, they're spud nuts, so they're more dense and are way filling compared to regular donuts. Some people just have a stretched stomach so they don't feel full. Mm-hmm. Sophie says, I found a new watch-along channel that I did not know about. About.
Do they do weed?
God, that's the one she watches. How is that new?
Maybe it was for pay-per-views, non-pay-per-views.
Pico says, what's the channel, Sophie? Blue Lantern says Seth Rollins should just get all the airtime for Monday Night Raw.
Just Seth. Every episode, every segment.
Well, says, I mean, I could come up with the best horror movie title and smile, in my honest opinion. Luke says, I was actually healthy and stuff when I was young. Then at 26, I got sick out of nowhere and found out my pancreas gave up. It's called late onset type 1 diabetes.
Yeah, pancreases are...
They're kind of important little things in your body. They cause a lot of issues when they don't work right.
At least it wasn't cancer.
Right? It says, I eat with my eyes with spud nuts, so I'll get a few and think I'll eat them all. I usually only eat one. Travis, it's a cinnamon twist. People says, yeah, this Sam's Club muffin pack are in 6. Not sure if I will get past 3. They didn't make you buy 2? Costco, you have to buy a whole dozen of the freakers. You have to buy 2 6-packs. You can't just buy a 6-pack. You have to buy 12.
Stop and give them to a bum. Give him diabetes.
Looks like type 1 is worse than type 2.
Oh,
yes, it is.
Way worse. Yeah, you have to regulate it yourself.
Yep. Whether it's with drugs, you can't ever not be on any kind of, you have to be on insulin. You can't not be on it. And you have to regulate it with your food. That's the shitty part. You have to do both, basically. Oh, Ray is wearing his diaper tonight.
He's got his diaper baby clothes on.
So glad I wasn't watching earlier. I so would have had a problem. Oh, sorry, I don't have the hat on anymore. He said I was like a piff, and Vinegar's like, Talitha looks better in that red hat than Ray looks in his green and white diapers.
Definitely got his diaper baby stuff on.
I was like, Talitha, repeat after me with the hat on, though. Or I can't repeat after you then. I took the hat off. But I was like, I will take your advice, and just eat the box instead. Boom says, overachiever. Haha. Derek Murchison says, so have y'all decoded the QR code?
No, I didn't even know this was happening.
Okay, I didn't know there was a QR code, but one of our people in our chat did. Chris Akane did. He says, yes, the code said you did. There you go. It's decoded. Vindicator
You
says
did.
H should ban Rey from ever wearing that getup ever again. Bobby says, it's that awkward girl wrestling chat.
Oh. I know what you're talking about.
What is it?
The one that she told us about before.
Oh, that one.
And somebody said she looked like Bayley or one of the girl wrestlers.
Oh.
I didn't.
No, she don't.
I didn't personally see it, but
I don't know what you guys are talking about. It ain't there. Chris says, yes, the code said that. Film's laughing, and Robbie's like, Film can't speak on the mic like D. Or Finn can't speak on the mic like D.
that's because he's got an accent. It's good.
I have an accent.
Do you?
Supposedly. I don't know what it is. All the people out there in the other parts of the world say I do.
You talk too fast?
Probably. Sophie says Ms. TV is going to be interesting tonight with his guest not known to talk. Oh, he's going to have Carrion on there, huh? Philip says
Did you just say Carrion?
Oh, sorry, the other guy.
I can't think of his name, but the guy that keeps kidnapping him. What the hell is that guy's name?
That guy.
Edge Holland. No, no, nothing. I can never remember any week. You usually remember the kidnapper.
Thanks, Piccola. Dexter Loomis.
Dexter.
Thank you. Film wants Rhea to take her shirt off, and I don't think she has anything underneath it, dude. So gross. Chris says a little rambles. Derek says it's either Cross or Bray with a QR code. Film says turn me on, Rhea. Sophie says we know we are going to get father versus son at some point.
Yes.
Pickle says is Randy Orton ever coming back?
Yes.
Okay, yes, he is at some point, but he
had back surgery.
He had back surgery. So, like, actual back surgery. He had a recurring back injury that he kind of just worked through, and then he finally said, fuck it. I'm going to go get this taken care of.
Hey,
so
I carried the company through the
to a year.
pandemic. I'm going to go ahead and take some time off.
Yeah. So it could be a year at least before he comes back.
I would assume he'll be back in January, February.
Yeah. Robbie says they didn't notice that you were foreign, right? So he was like, Eddie would be so proud of his son. Piccolo told that. And Chris says, Rhea saying Poppy is proud of you. Looks says Dexter. LOL. Loomis, yeah, that guy. Sophie says Vince must have another heart attack when he heard War Games will be involved with Survivor Series this year. Doubtful. Ayla says we have a America accent. Robbie says Rhea is coupleless like Young M.A. And Sophie says Orton will come back to start his feud with Riddle. You think that's immediately what'll happen? He'll just come back and immediately start a feud with him?
RKO out of nowhere.
Just nowhere RKOing everybody. You bastards!
Well, he broke his back carrying him.
Yeah.
Carrying team RK Bro.
Right? It's not a pencil, people.
Pencil people.
It's not your pencil, people. It's a payday.
I miss
more
Cody
food.
being on here when we got the Cody countdown for that third hour.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just the third hour and we don't even know it. Bullshit.
Yes. What are those guys running around? Oh, the Bills did something. Oh, shit. That is your...
God.
He fumble-lighted at it.
Oh, but it went out of bounds.
He
No.
flumbled it. Oh, it went out of bounds. Oh, dude,
Quarterback.
your own dude made you fumble
Quarterback
it.
thought he was a running back for a minute. Forgot.
You're a quarterback, dude. Oh, I guess it didn't go out of
No,
bounds.
he got it. He recovered it. Another turnover by the Tennessee Titans, the former Houston Oilers.
Those poor guys.
Now Houston has the Texans. They didn't want to be the Oilers.
They're like, we don't like you. We want this instead. Let's see. Robbie's like, RK Bro needs to end, and Film says we want Cody. Hopefully Cody comes back from his injury. He should.
I bet you Cody comes back pretty soon. It's already been 3 months.
Yeah. Sophie says when both Cody and Orton both being injured at the same time, it ruined whatever they had planned for both men heading into the summer months. Robbie says third hour no longer D's fave of rinse and repeat. Chris says Orton punch kick Bliss out of nowhere and say that was for Fiend bitch. And Sophie says we are getting new tag team belt designs soon.
I've seen some leaked footage of that. I don't know if it's the real belts, but there is rumors that they are changing the belts. They're big circles with a W in it. Very, very blah.
Robbie's having a stroke, it looks like, from all the flashing images.
And that can happen.
His message made no sense, so he had to take it off there. People's like, funny, Adam Pasidi from
Rhea.
Cultaholic used to live stream Raws. Don't see him on YouTube tonight.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but...
Derek
Did
says,
you see Rhea Ripley pick up Riddle and just drop him?
No. I wasn't looking.
You'll see it right here if you want. Watch when Riddle goes to the outside. Rhea just picks him up and drops him down. This is way behind. There it goes. Now watch Rhea. It's a backdrop. She's pretty strong.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Good for her.
Derek says, I think Cody will be back at the Rumble.
I do too. I think he'll be back around that time. He could be back sooner, but there's nothing for them to do with him unless they do something at day one. Which would be cool if he became champion at day one, and then he was already in the main event, one of the main events. The day one main event, but he'll probably be in the day two main event would be my guess with Roman.
Right.
Unless they're really bringing The Rock in. Which is dumb.
Is it?
Oh, it's terrible.
Chris says, Houston Oilers, we had Earl Campbell.
Love Earl
Film
Campbell.
says, no, please don't demand my honest opinion from wrestling fans myself. Do not unify the tag team titles. Sophie says, Ray and Riddle, that's an interesting team that actually makes sense. Robbie says, this program contains flashing images. Oh, thought you were having a stroke. Sophie's like, that should count as a DQ. Derek says, Sammy had the biggest pop at the Reigns Paul press conference. Robbie says, Daz is good for wrestling, or days. And Ayla says, I just accepted the fact that Luke spreads typos like an STD. Gross.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox. Monkey typos. Robbie's like, Instagram is funny, recommending me wrestling pages because I subbed to Wrestling Cab.
It happens.
It's unfortunate. Is Riddle going to make it over to Ray Ray?
Ray's so short he has to reach under the ropes. That's pretty cute. That's funny shit. I never noticed that before.
That he can't go to the top.
Well, most people reach over the top, but it makes him further away.
So he goes under the rope.
I wonder what his fridge looks like at home.
His fridge?
I wonder if he has like the freezer on top and he just never eats anything frozen. Or if he's got like the drawer. Yeah, she's way taller than him.
I'm like, he has a wife. I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
He's got the double fridge with the drawer at the bottom.
He can't get anything off the top shelf of the fridge.
They keep the milk on the bottom shelf.
So they have to put everything he eats on the bottom shelf. You're mean.
He's got a step stool.
Says, I found Wrestling Gap when I was trying to find wrestling live stream YouTube channels. That's why I subscribed, and I'll stay subscribed.
We appreciate it.
Well, thanks, Phil. We appreciate that. Glad you're hanging out with us.
Big right hand by Ray.
Oh, Ray Ray.
Oh,
Robbie
Finn.
says, I didn't realize Dee was such an influencer on Instagram.
She's very influential.
Sure. Phil's like, I love watching Wrestling Gap.
She's a shock jock.
Oh no, Finn lost his nose.
Did the diaper baby?
To the diaper baby.
Was it one of these things?
Yes, I think so.
Like, I got your nose. There's your nose. Ray's like, oh, I want my nose. Whoa.
Jesus, dude. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Is he going to be able to do it, or is this
Here
kid going
comes
to
the
interfere?
619. He hit it.
He finally got a 619 in there. He hasn't been able to do one of those for a minute. Pickle says, I've this before, and not to be corny, but I spend more hours with y'all than my actual relatives.
That's funny.
Same, literally the same. I spend more time with you guys than I do with my actual family. And I basically go out to my dad's every night.
Hey, look at that little
During the
exercise
week.
device.
Uh-huh. It's the natural circulation booster.
I don't want that one. I want the pedals. What's Ray doing? He's like, hit me.
He's like, look, my diapers.
Hit me with your best shot.
Stupid dog.
Manipulation. Sling blade. Inside the ring by Finn
Isn't
Balor.
619 the worst move ever? Nah, it's actually pretty cool. It killed a guy.
Yeah, he's actually killed somebody
He's
with
actually
that.
killed somebody with that move.
Really killed somebody. Like somebody
Like-
died, is no longer alive because of that
He
move.
unalived them with it. Not a dagger, but with a 619.
Yeah, here comes
Not
the dagger.
this crap. That didn't kill anybody yet. It was
That we
like
know
she
of,
has
too.
a foot armpits OnlyFans account too, H. Oh, jeez. Vindicator's like, Travis, I noticed you copied and pasted an old roster to put in the description section. It still has Brock and Bayley as free agents. And Tony and Mia Yim on SmackDown.
Yeah, I'll
the
have to go
rosters.
through that. I've been using that same one since like, I don't even know
4 years
when.
ago.
Not
It
quite,
says,
but-
same fat Lisa. I had to spend Friday with people when I actually just wanted to be in chat. Robbie's like, Cola, do some of your relatives annoy you too? Films like Ayla, I would rather marry a beautiful Christian woman with nice armpits rather than marrying a thought on OnlyFans, just being honest. Interesting. Vindicator's like, Ayla's addicted to wrestling chat while knowing nothing about wrestling only because she can take this chat off the rails. Robbie's like, what the 619, a dangerous move, LOL?
Well, it killed somebody.
It killed somebody. Literally, he killed a guy with it.
Yeah, he kicked him in the throat, and then the guy rolled out to the floor, and they just thought it was part of it.
He died.
And he was suffocating, but they didn't know it. And by the time they got him and they got him to the hospital, he had died.
He was like, no, I just don't like people, and in here I can talk, but I don't have to be near anyone. People's like, not actually annoy me, but you have to hear about their lives and their ailments. People, I get that from random strangers in fucking grocery stores and things. It's just like, let me tell you my whole life story. Please don't. Thank you. Raleigh says, man, Film Nation, you like those armpits, don't you? Yeah, don't get him started too much on it. It looks like, sorry, delete the film won't marry you. Haha, what a loss. Yeah, my being a thought on OnlyFans. My lord. Ravi's like, oh, Cola, that sounds traumatizing. Chris says, LOL feet, baby. Ew. Pickle says, and in here, I don't have to small talk. Yep, this hurricane season is blah, blah, blah. So, since you brought up hurricane season, and I know there's a hurricane down in that area somewhere.
Is there really?
In your area in Pensacola, right there, Picola, do you get pretty bad hurricanes where you're particularly at? Or do you just kind of get, like, the outside of it? Do you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think
you don't
he's
get the
on-
full force of it?
He's on the inside of Florida, right? Like the East Coast or the West
Pensacola?
Coast. Isn't that where Pensacola is? Kind of by Tallahassee, or not Tallahassee, but well, Tallahassee also, but
Yeah.
Tampa Bay area.
I'd have to-
Because that side very rarely gets hurricanes. I mean, obviously they feel them, but they don't usually rip up that coast. because the Seminoles put a totem pole on the beach.
No, it's right there by Mobile. That's where I thought it was.
Okay, so it's at the top. It's right by Tallahassee, or by...
Tallahassee's this
yeah.
way. Panama City Beach. Mobile, Alabama's right there across the border. That's where I thought it was. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
in
because I
Panhandle
think,
up there on the
isn't
very
that
edge.
on Smokey and the Bandit?
Pensacola? Or Mobile?
Oh, I think they go right through that area to
Maybe.
get to Alabama, or to Atlanta, because Atlanta's right there.
Maybe. They might go that way. But I thought they went through Texarkana or whatever.
That's in Texas. That's way over here.
Texas is right there.
Oh, I don't know where you are.
Arkansas is right there.
Texarkana is in the corner of Texas.
Yeah.
You're in 4 states, basically.
Right there.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was just curious because I was like, I knew he was in the little panhandle up there, and I knew it was like close on the edge, but I wasn't sure.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good
If
place.
he got like just kind of the outskirts of it.
Sometimes they
mostly.
can nail them right there. They'll come up and
well, the thing of it is with Katrina, it really wasn't the hurricane itself. It was like all of the rain that came with it flooded everything. And so it was the flooding that really did all the damage and everything, and the levees breaking and stuff like that. It wasn't because they got,
wind.
Boards through their trees and all that stuff, but, hurricane stuff. Anyways, I was just kind of curious. Anyways, Brandy K in the chat says, Hi, Brandy K. Ayla says, right, Fat Lisa's, and in here, you can make fun of them for it, like JVD's girlfriend that got kidnapped by cannibals.
Oh, God.
Vindicator says, can't fool me, Ayla. I know you like Robbie as a very passive-aggressive, distant cousin you never wanted to know extensive kind of way, LOL. Film says, Raleigh, why, yes, I do. And are you sure I don't know you from somewhere? Probably says, do you have that face that attract people's problems to you? No, actually, Robbie, it's not about people's problems. They don't tell me their problems. I usually get old people who want to be like, that think I'm nice. It happens a lot. Robbie said that. Ayla says, Vin, I'd rather date your wife. I said, go for it, Ayla. Ayla says, I'm going, Vin. Watch out, putty. Pico says, yeah, the Gulf doesn't get the worst rainfall. That's what I kind of figured. Chris says, Hurricane Alicia, Harvey, Ike, Bebe. I think it just depends, right? Because most of the time the Gulf does get hurricanes. I'm never saying they don't. But not all the time. By the time they get up into that area, it's mostly winds, of course, but not like horrible winds and a lot of rain, though. I can imagine.
Seth and Riddle again.
But I just don't feel like they get the worst, I guess. Raleigh says, okay, cool, do you? Well, I'm on YouTube or in wrestling chats. That's me. Raleigh. Robbie says, Vin, is your family boring too? It says, in all reality, I'm waiting for Luke's girlfriend to come get my ass. Ha ha ha. Vindicator, I don't know.
Fight Pit. Extreme Rules Fight Pit, whatever that is.
Ooh, yeah, whatever that is.
So now we have 2 matches for Extreme Rules.
And one's a fight pit. Whatever that means. Vindicator says, I didn't know this chat was a safe space to showcase your pride, Ayla. Film says, well, nice to meet you, Raleigh. And yes, my name is Filmation, wrestling fan. Ayla says, it's not Vin. I have no rainbows. I'm in a relationship or whatever. Chris says, Texarkana is in the corner. Robbie says, Vin, you like that sort of thing. Ben says, yes, Robbie, even though my dad is a motorcycle racer. Picola says, Miami and Southern Florida gets the build-up storms, and what usually happens, they will go up the East Coast or they will move into Louisiana and Mississippi. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Robbie says, Vin, good luck with your oil change. Ayla says, I'm definitely going to marry Robbie's hot mom. People's like, haha, that poor lady, go audition for The Price is Right instead of Naked and Afraid. Right? Attacked by cannibals. Robbie's like, go for it, Ayla, have a good time. I was like, Matt Riddle and Seth are going at it. It was like laughing Robbie. And Robbie
Look at
says,
this
Ayla, make sure you clean up after yourself. It was like, nah, she makes Robbie's mom do the cleanup. What?
said,
Ooh, security footage. He breaks into your home. Here's your family. Indicator says WWE has not done fight pits since that great Ciampa versus Thatcher match. That structure is hard to set up even more than War Games.
Oh, I think I remember that. It's a cage that they fight in, and there's like a platform around the top of it or something.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I think I remember that.
Raleigh says, I've seen you loads of times, Film Nation, don't worry.
He punched some kid named Stewart.
He pinched a minion? What the hell? I was like, boo, Miz, boo. Let's get on to the women's match. Raleigh says, is it Bayley main event?
Against Bliss, maybe? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the Bayley and Bliss match, Raleigh. Raleigh says, Ayla, what did Dee get you for your birthday? I'm going to take her out to lunch one of these days. If I have time. Maybe next Saturday.
And,
I don't know.
the 24th?
Yeah. I don't have to be that stuff until like 4 o'clock.
Oh, you're not going to Idle Falls all day till then?
It's in Pocatello.
Oh, they moved it? Or... You told me Idle Falls before.
I thought it was because what they said.
Oh, look in the ring. He's cutting a hole in the ring.
In that area. That's a very sharp, pointy knife. Turn around.
He just cut a hole in the ring.
So, is he not listening to Corey? Or does he think Corey's just making jokes? Turn around.
Oh, no, I know what that said. I thought you were going to be in Idle Falls till 4 and then go to that till 8.
No, that is the stuff. No, No, that's the stuff. So it's not until 4 o'clock on Saturday.
Nice. There's Dexter.
Where we go, it'll be depending on where I go the night before with Julie. Anyways, no. In all reality, I have a place I kind of want to take. I don't know if
Miss
she's
is
been
getting
to it.
taken again.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Ciampa's trying to save him.
Ciampa will save him.
Oh, shit. He's going to take
But now
Ciampa
Ciampa's
instead.
going to go.
Oh, shit. He hit him
He
on
hit
the
him
head.
in the head with a microphone.
Oh, crap.
There's some Halloween stuff here happening.
Well, at least he had a weapon. Miz wasn't going to help him.
Why is Miz getting close? He's going to grab him and pull him in head first.
Right. Ah!
Oh, no.
Scary. So terrifying.
Maple, just leave. Whack a psycho.
Whack a psycho, all right.
Well, fix the ring so we can have more matches, WWE.
Right? Pickle says, I just want to see Seth and Riddle put their hands in broken glass and fight Muay Thai style.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Does Seth know how to do that? I feel that might be detrimental to Riddle's health as well.
Right.
Philip says, oh, okay, Raleigh. Ravi says, don't get diabetes after your lunch of cereal, LOL. Piccolo says, what the hell? Big old K-bar cutting through the ring? Did you see the size of that goddamn knife?
Bowie
That
knife.
thing was freaking terrifying and cool at the same time. It was like, I'm mainly money. Jordan got me a Ninja coffee maker. Robbie's like, who is the jerk in the box? It was like, OD didn't get me anything. I read that wrong. Robbie's like, to have your hot chocolate coffee. Vindicator says, I respect the fact Dexter keeps himself clean cut all year round. Never
Yes.
a bad hair day.
Never.
It says, it makes K-cup coffee, ground coffee over iced coffee, and it have a milk wand for foam milk. Phil's like, yes, ready to see some women that he loves and worships in WWE. Worship. K. Cole's like, you fancy, Ayla. Yeah, she fancy. Supposedly, she's still going to buy her special coffee. It was like, I so fancy. But I was like, so Dee, do you ever walk about where you live?
Walkabout.
No, I don't. I don't walk about where I live because things are too far away to walk to. If we do any walkabouting, it's going to be hiking away from the city. Like, you go up and there's nothing. You just enjoy nature. Make sure you get attacked by mountain lions.
Yeah, I was going to say you hike until you run into a wild animal that wants to eat you.
A moose or an elk, or it's rutting season, so you got to be careful now.
With the elk.
With the elk.
And the moose.
And the moose. Because they'll fucking attack your ass. They don't care. They'll attack you. And people are so fucking stupid that they're like, oh, look, it's an animal.
The Hammer family. I've never heard of them.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. What is that?
The Hammer family.
I know, but...
They're rich and famous.
So, question, do you have to, like, buy that Discovery Plus in order to watch that stuff now? So, like, you have to have more stuff?
Probably, but it probably could be hooked up with something else. Like if you already have the Discovery Channel or something.
That's just weird to me, I guess. Ayla's like, no, Ravi, we can't walk here. It's dangerous. So Phil's like, ooh, Ayla, you being fancy. Ravi's like, Ayla, defo fancy. That's what's good about. Ernest Bell in the chat. Ernest says, hi, Ayla. Ravi says, I don't mean walk to the shop. Film says, hey, Ayla, when are you going to show up to Wrestling Gab live stream pay-per-view? When are you going to make your appearance? Chris says, are Titans still losing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, honey.
They're getting crushed.
They're getting their butts whooped. Vindicator says, just don't forget, film women do poop. Ayla's like, film, how was your trip to Utah? Ravi's like, I thought you might have some cool spots to walk to.
No.
So Ravi, they've done like trails, like they've paved trails and stuff like that around our town and things.
Next week,
you can
Riddle,
walk down by the river, but most of the time there's dead bodies in it, so you kind of don't really want to walk down there anymore.
Oh my God.
We've talked to 2 people who found dead bodies in that river, so yeah, no.
I found a dead cow head in it.
Film says, oh, Raquel Rodriguez. But Ayla says, I will still buy a double shot because I have over $100 in points. Okay, double shots is different. I'm talking about Starbucks. Oh, sorry, buddy. Did you need more pets? Did you get tired of being lonely?
He's been down sleeping on the freezer all day.
He was upstairs.
Oh, was he when you got here?
Yeah, he came and saw me and decided he wanted to be in my bag. It was like, hi, Ernest. And Phil says, hey, Misty and Travis. Ooh, I want to know, what time is it? I was like, hi, Ayla, you know I'm from Florida. I have a visit Utah. I would love to go to Utah. I bet you would. Rob is like, Ayla, you got any party tricks? Film says, Vin, ew, you don't have to tell me that. That's gross.
Oh, it's AJ
Film,
Styles.
Everybody poops, dude, including women. Chris says, Houston Oilers 1980 old head coach Vern Phillips kicked that sob in. Warren Moon.
I love Warren Moon. Who had the prettiest
AJ
deep
Styles
ball
looks
ever?
Trim. They look way different when they're in actual clothes instead of their weird wrestling stuff.
None. Are you looking for a fight, AJ? You just sweated on me. Yeah. Scissor.
Oh, ew. It was like, yeah, Robbie, we have trails and stuff around here. We have a cute place kind of close to our springs. People take empty bottles to get water from the mountain spring. Foam says, hold up, there's singing at once the women come out. Robbie says, sounds refreshing, Ayla. Ayla says, we live in a mountain valley, so we have trails. Just depends on where you are. Yeah. Oh, look. They got another touchdown. Oh, wait, that was earlier. Is it over? Is the game over?
Yeah.
Well, I know it's over in that sense, but is it over now?
Yeah, I think the time's
Oh,
running.
okay.
I've just been waiting for a commercial so I can flip it to the other game.
Yeah, the Bills won 41-7, by the way, Chris, if you want to know.
31. Oh, they only scored 7. I thought they had 10 for some reason, but yeah, 7.
It was 10-7 is why I
That's
think
right.
you think it was somebody scored 10. It says, I only get Starbucks when Double Shot is closed or on my way to work because I like the girls that work at the Albertsons location. Yeah. Chris says, oh shit, Dom saying he has a real mammy now. Of course. Films like Corey Graves, shut up, it's armpit time, I love my women. Ayla says, Film, you were in Utah. A girl on TikTok was talking about you petting her pits at her job. Oh, God, Ayla.
Mm-hmm. All right, here comes Bliss coming out first. Oh, they're all coming out. You go, girl.
Weird.
Girl power.
Pegel says, what's the point of putting vignettes together? She's not going to win to Bayley.
No.
I was like, Bliss is a pussy. Bayley will knock her block off. And Film is singing his song about it's armpit time. Good for you, Film.
Damage control.
Weird.
I got terrible music, but
Robbie's like, Film, it's 20 minutes to 4. That's the time. Chris says, Bliss main eventing. Is it 2017? Film's like, I don't have TikTok, Alien. You know I don't trust TikTok. It was like, we definitely have mountain lions, rattlesnakes, and other animals that will hurt you also, but we had feral crackheads that live in bushes. Robbie's like, Bayley is so cool. Film's like, Robbie, hey, don't disrespect my woman. Their song just repeats itself over
it
and
is.
over
It's
again.
terrible.
That's stupid. What the hell? Peagle is like, y'all remember the kendo stick on a pole match? That was a snoozer.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, it's your commercial time.
Probably listen to the football and watch the wrestling.
Right? This
That
next
way
match anyways, huh?
Wouldn't get so distracted.
Thumb says, it's armpit time. And Ravi says, Bliss loves a lollipop film. Chris says, I watched her on 17 only for Bliss when she was the Raw Women's Champ.
Yeah, back when she was a smoke show too. She just doesn't look the same.
Robbie says no Liberty ad tonight. Guess not.
Liberty.
Now it's there.
Looks like the Eagles are whooping some ish on this one too. Can the Vikings score 2 more touchdowns?
No. I don't know how much time is left.
The whole quarter.
Oh, wow. Films like Lollipop Line might be your favorite candy, Chris. Chris is like hand in pants time, and it's like 20 minutes to 9 over here. Right?
I forgot I threw a football with McKenna all day yesterday.
Oh.
I'm like, why is my arm hurt?
I don't
Can't even
understand.
lift it up. Oh.
Was she much more happy about being able to throw a football?
Yeah. Without her diva nails.
Mm-hmm. Film says this is going to be the best women's armpit one night stand match. Sweet. Ravi says, Ayla, what's the best way to deal with rude customers?
Just to be agreeful. He was in that Top Gun Maverick.
Who?
That Tom Ham or whatever.
Oh.
He was the whatever he was. Captain or admiral. It was a good show. I finished it
finally
last
watch it?
night. Yeah, after you left, I finished it last night. So I watched till the Val Kilmer part, and then I watched the Val Kilmer part towards the end.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Jennifer Connelly made the whole movie.
You're so weird. Does she look better than she has in a while?
I don't watch her in anything, but I didn't watch that one where she was on the train and the world was frozen.
She was on, was that a show or something?
Yeah, it was on USA. It was like they were just traveling on a train and the world was like 20 below zero.
Snowpiercer?
Maybe.
Oh. I didn't know she was on a TV show.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, there's the bell. If you guys are ready to take a nap, go ahead.
Ayla says in Florida, I hear the crackheads don't live in bushes and actually come out during daytime hours. It says, I have a rude mouth, Robbie. Depends on how rude they are. I just match energy. Chris says, now if we can only see a Yokozuna bomb by one of the girls tonight before the show ends.
Need a dewdrop sighting.
Film says, yes, Ayla, we do get a bunch of crackheads in Florida. You'll get a lot of them in the city, but not in the country. Robbie says, LOL, play them at their own game. I might use that. It is like usually they catch on that I'm not putting up with their rude comments, so they either leave or change their attitude. People says, I don't know, the homeless around here, they are around 24/7. Hassan Terrell's like, wow. And Film says, oh man, here we go, guys. Here we go.
It's on. Like Donkey Kong.
Film is not happy about Bayley's upper half attire
But,
because she's wearing sleeves.
yes. She has giant boobies, so. And Bliss drives her shin down right in the top of Bayley's forearm. That's going to hurt ya.
I'll get your ear.
So Asuka's holding the doll.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Just holding her?
Yeah, she's just holding the doll. What's her name? Lily?
Yeah.
Old Lily. No. Why are you trying to make it?
I'm trying to make him angry. It's rubbing his ear. He's like, eh. Why are you rubbing my ear?
It This match has turned into a Daniel Bryan match. Bliss into the ropes. Little arm drag right there. Bayley right on top of her. 2, and Bliss kicks out. Driving that knee right into the spine.
It's like, we don't have a lot of homeless just out and about, some, but not a lot. Utah has a lot. So is Oregon. I'm sure other places do too, but that's just what I have seen. Piglet says, 1 block you see Bible thumpers and a few miles west, and you see the tweakers talking to themselves. Ravi Bayley making Bliss look good.
Our city council members resigned after comments they made. I don't know if you saw what was said and did.
No.
Oh my Lord.
What kind of comments?
So they're liberals.
Of course they are.
And so they told the police
Oh God.
that we don't have diversity in our city, so we don't need the extra funding for the police.
That city council person said that?
Yeah. Meaning, let me define that meaning for everybody. We don't have people of color, so therefore we don't have to worry about crime. And so we don't need extra money for the police.
Are they fucking retarded?
Then they're
wrong
like,
with
oh,
these people?"
well, that's not what we meant.
Yeah, that's exactly what you meant.
And then anyway, so they resigned. So we have, and I believe in a balanced government. We
Yeah.
have no Democrats in our city council now.
Oh, fuck.
They all resigned, so now it's just all
Oh, we're fucked now.
on the right side.
Oh,
Like,
fuck.
oh God.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, who says,
Oh, my God.
who says that, though? Like,
I
hey,
don't know.
we don't have people of color. There's no diversity here.
We don't need to give you more funding.
So
we don't have crime.
We don't have crime. You're acting like we have people of color here. Like,
Because nobody ever has their shit stolen by anybody.
I'm
It
like,
doesn't matter. A person is doing a crime. It doesn't matter.
I was like, somebody just
Anything
got
else.
murdered at the Motel 6 like a week ago. Like, got shot in the street. They arrested the guy, and he was all upset that he got arrested for murdering somebody. Like, you murdered somebody. Like, well, I don't deserve to go to prison.
Are you kidding? That's what he told him?
Oh, yeah. No,
Oh
he's in
my-
jail. He's crying about it. Like,
Oh
in
my
all of his
gosh.
mugshots, he's crying. His
Oh.
interviews, he's crying. It's like, you shot somebody.
Right? Like, duh.
You murdered them in the street and then left.
Right?
Like, they died in the road.
Oh my
Like,
gosh. Yeah, pretty sure you deserve to go to prison.
and by the way, he wasn't a person of color.
I think you deserve to be strung up.
Right?
Like, you're already guilty. Everybody knows you're the one that did it. You don't get fair trial. Just
I feel like if there's
This
three
firing
or
squad.
more witnesses, you should go ahead and just hang him up.
take him out to a firing squad and just do your duty and go on with your life.
Anyways, back to the wrestling. But that's what happens in our local news. Our city council was as racist as you could possibly
What?
be.
And what's even worse about it is the sign that says that they're not racist. Just like, what? We're not racist.
Well, we don't need to
We
dish
love
out the funding.
everybody.
Even the fire department was like, okay, we're done. Like, if the police aren't going to be able to do their job, then we're
Yeah,
not.
they won't come
Oh.
because they cannot come to a scene of a crime unless it has been
It's
cleared
secured,
by
yeah.
police officers. So
Yeah.
if you have no police in your city, guess what happens, you dumb assholes? That means every other portion in your city, your emergency people, your ambulances, your fire department, if there is any possibility of there being a
Violence,
threat or
yeah.
violence on the premises, they will not respond until it is cleared by the police, whether it's local or county or whatever. And they would think what they were going to think. The county people, the county cops would cover for the city. Fuck you. Oh, fuck you.
Not enough
Our
of 'em.
county wouldn't do that. They're nuh-uh. That's fucking funny.
Anyway, so yeah, now the governor, because they have to go state now, the governor is going to pick the 3 city council seats.
Hopefully he's smart enough to make it diverse, but I don't know.
think
he's
will.
kind of a dumbass, so. Is that... that's not this year. That was last year, huh?
What I'm talking about?
One.
Oh, the election. It's this year, I think.
Is the governor election this year?
Yeah, it's something. Maybe it's just the...
I thought the prelims... Were the prelims this year? That you went and see who was going to be in it? I was hoping that one woman would get in.
Me too. Yeah, that was this year.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's coming up. Who is our governor? Is it Butch Otter? It's not, is it?
Yes, it's still him.
Is it
He's
Otter?
been the governor for a while now.
Who's our senator? Crapo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pickle says one good thing you don't have to hear screechy Jericho commentary. Chris says Bliss is a legend in her own right. She's 5 times women's champs. Money in the Bank winner. That's true, Chris. She is. A film says, dang it, I think I overhyped it, and it makes me sad. Ravi says, Ayla, do you ever get approached by people looking for directions?
Oh, my God.
Vindicator says, so weird, but that both NFL games are the exact same score. Not really quite.
On
the
one
Eagles
side.
need to get about 17 more points or something. Anyways,
Yes.
Ayla says, no, Ravi, actually, I don't. Film says, well, I'm happy Bliss's armpits are showing. And Chris says, oh, shit, Asuka is holding Lily. Can Asuka be turning into Kana, her scary face paint gimmick?
That'd be cool. But no.
Pickle says, take foot, insert mouth, right? No fucking shit, dude. Wow, that's funny. Ravi's like, no, tourists asked you where stuff is. Ayla's like, no, Ravi, we don't have a lot of tourists here. It's not a tourist town. Film says, no, Bliss, don't get injured. Ravi says, right, that's it. I can't visit your area. It's too dangerous for me. I was like, Ayla, is it remote? Ayla's like, you can visit the area, but there's nothing to do here. Ayla, it depends on what you consider stuff to do. Like, if they're coming over here for a big city, like, exciting type of experience, stay in fucking New York. You'll definitely get shanked and robbed and possibly killed if you go there. They have a problem.
It's not like LA, but...
Not quite, but, you know, big city type stuff where what people that come and visit the United States go to places like that. And then they base everything that they see there about how America is. And it's hilarious to me because
Right.
America is so diverse in every area. Even in one state, the diversity of the areas can be unreal. So, because we're so vast and so huge. And it's you, to experience America, you literally have to go to multiple different places to experience America. Anyways, a film says, no, Bliss, don't get injured now. Pickle says, anarchy, anarchy, anarchy. I don't know what it means, but I sort of love it.
Anarchy, anarchy.
Right? Ravi says, not even at your house, Ayla. Ayla says, no, Ravi, it's a big city, just a boring one. It's an old college town. Ayla, I'd say we're kind of a very small city. We're not a big city. Ravi's like, Bliss can do one. She can't even sell a head smash to the announcement table. Film says, come on, Bliss. Use your powerful lady parts. Piccolo says, why the lights go off a minute ago? I don't know. The lights on the show?
In the ring? I didn't see it. We were talking.
Sorry. Ayla says every state is basically its own country. Rafi says, I went to Madrid. That's a cool city. Phone says, women's armpits rule. Yay. Yeah, it made him so mad. And now she's taking it out on Bayley because she doesn't like her.
Each state was kind of their own country until the 70s, the end of the 70s.
Yeah, and then...
It's called the Federalist system, and it should go back to that. It's actually the way to run that.
And then they tried to push it towards that, and everybody's getting upset. No, the states are going to have their own rules again.
As they should.
As they should. If you don't like it...
That was the whole Roe
go to
versus
another
Wade
state.
argument.
Ayla says, it's big compared to other cities around here is all I meant. Not like Boise. Right. Well, when I consider big cities, hon, Boise's kind of a big city, but in our reality, like, big cities are like Salt Lake and
Denver,
and
Salt Lake, Seattle,
LA, Seattle, New York. That's what I consider big cities. Sorry.
Chicago, Houston, Dallas.
Like Boise is kind of like, eh. I mean, it's spread out in that sense, but it's not like a big city. I mean, you've gone to Salt Lake, so you've been to Salt Lake and Boise, right? So if you've been to both of them, compare them, and if you just compare those two, what would you consider?
Whoa! There's another interception.
Is what I'm saying. Vindicator says, so this will likely end in a DQ or Bayley cheating to win, so I will check out. See you guys for an explosive Dynamite. Take care, and later, Gators.
Take care. Bye-bye.
We'll see you on Wednesday. It would have been a huge win for Bayley if she would have gotten it.
Huge.
Robbie's like, not Utah. You don't want to go to Utah, Robbie? All the pretty girls come from Utah.
Yep.
So I've heard.
Prettiest girls in this country.
See? I'm not included, so. Ugh. Dog meat. Ayla's like, I just meant around the area, but if you compare us to New York, we're a village. I'm not even comparing that. I'm comparing, like, big city of definition of a big city. On a vast
Bayley
scale.
kicks out. Old blister.
Oh my God, seriously. Like, why are we stopping? Like, they're like...
There's only a few more minutes left, so it can't go too much longer.
I was like, honestly, I give the one to Bliss, let her win the match. Robbie's like, I mean, as in big city. I was like, not Bayley. Piccolo says, pretty girls come from Tennessee, in my opinion, and Missouri.
Some pretty good ones there. Georgia has some peaches down there, too. I think there's pretty girls everywhere.
It says, yeah, they all look alike, and you'll never see their shoulders. Right.
What is it, big guy? What is it? What is it? Trying to play pool or what? There's that DDT.
Really for real.
That's how she wins matches.
It is, but she's so slow with whatever she's doing now.
Twisted Bliss coming up.
I don't think she's even going to be able to do it.
Yeah, with that broken leg.
Was something broken
Dakota.
in her face? Oh, look.
Oh,
What's
no.
her face helped her out
Io
over there.
Sky from behind.
Io Sky helped her fall down.
Where's
the other two?
Rose Plant 1, 2, and 3. It's
so what
over,
happened
guys.
to her people in the corner? They forget to
They
help or something?
They probably got beat up. I wasn't watching.
I guess.
They might have got kicked out.
Huh. See, like, where's Bianca and them? Where'd they go? Like,
Maybe
they just die?
I think they got booted. Somebody's coming in
there's
now.
Asuka.
There they are. It's just me, or why do they keep having the same three girls together?
I don't know. It's weird.
Just the two of us. You and
I
I.
was like, that. I was like, D has a nice peach. Oh, Jesus Christ. I was like, huge win for Bayley. And Film's like, if Bayley won, dang it. Chris says, so where exactly does Bliss look different? She is thinner, but I don't see exactly where she looks. So, go look at her old pictures and look at her pictures now, Chris. She lost a lot of
She has no muscle anymore.
thickness, so she doesn't have like her muscle tone.
Her biscuit butt's gone.
Her biscuit butt's completely gone. She even said something about it, actually. She even made a comment about how she doesn't have that anymore. Some of it has to do with health issues that she does have that makes it hard for her, and she's like her body's like changed, and she's just like, I can't get it back. So at some point, I guess you just have to try other things that work for you and keep you healthier, I guess. I don't know. Luna says, good night, everyone. Gothfleshia says, see you all soon. Piccolo says, one got thrown into the stairs. Oh, I see, Piccolo. That's what happened. Film says, how they ended off this part with Raw, definitely terrible.
There it goes.
The beginning was okay.
We got another match added. What kind of match is it? Just a straight up?
Bobby says, come on, smash Esta's face in. Very right.
We do have 3 matches now set for Extreme Rules on October 8th.
Nice. Martha says, I'm out of here. Robbie says she's not eating well. Film says, bye, guys. Big hugs, big hearts. Bye, Film. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Wednesday. Robbie says, Esta's a fraud. Glad she got Brooke up. Chris says, well, as long as she has that pretty face. Film says, love you, Misty and Travis. Love y'all. Bye, Film. Pico says, it makes sense with her metabolism. I imagine it's difficult to keep on mass. Yeah, Pico, I know Luke and I actually have talked about this before because I kind of noticed something a while ago before she really lost all of her mass that she just looked she was starting to look a little different. And I kind of brought it up because I was like, that's really weird. She looks so weird and different. And I guess she's very open about whatever is wrong with her. One of the other girls has some of, like, kind of the same type of problem in the wrestling. I can't remember who it was. But not the same, but some, like Liv. Like, Liv looks like a little kid. Like, she looks like a little kid. It's kind of creepy to me. And she has some, like, issue or something that makes her look that way. And I guess Bliss has, like, the same type kind of thing or whatever. Anyways, I guess she had to work really, really hard to keep her muscle mass on herself.
She was a bodybuilder.
And she was a bodybuilder, and that does take its toll, right, guys? Like, as men, it's probably not as hard in some ways for the muscle and stuff. But for women, our bodies naturally don't really be muscular. We just don't. We're prone to being softer, and because we're women, right? We're supposed to make babies and, you know, all that stuff and everything. So I'm glad she's looking a lot healthier than she did. Let's put it that way. I would rather her be a little bit thicker, but I just don't know if she can do it. I don't know if she could put the muscle on enough. Even if you guys keep saying she's probably lost steroids and they don't eat right. But in all reality, in order to look the way that they do, they have to eat right.
Right, and she's married.
And now she's married, and, you know, and sometimes when you get married, you get comfortable and you don't really care. And I get that, right? But you guys got to remember also, she's getting older. I hate saying that, but it's true. I mean, she is in her 30s. I don't know how far into her 30s. How old is Bliss?
No idea.
I don't know how old she is.
Probably 32. 31.
Anybody out there knows right off the top of their heads? Or not?
She's 31.
Okay.
So she's just barely there. She's 3 years younger than Esther.
Right. So she's into her 30s. She has whatever wrong with her or whatever. And
Marriage.
so it's hard to, like, you know, yes, I sound like I'm giving her excuses, but at the same time, you have to work with what you've got. And at this point in time, hopefully she's working on, you know, staying healthy, I guess. Anyways, but Pico's like 31, thank you, and Robbie's like, who cares? Bliss, she needs to train better. Don't see Bayley's lacking. Okay, yeah, Bayley's problem is she's all fluffy again. So Bayley is slacking. That's what slacking looks like. All right, guys. Anyways, we're gonna go. So bye. Thanks, Chris. Everybody else. Bye, Chris.
We'll see you on a Wednesday. Thanks for watching Wrestling Camp. Bye-bye.
Bye.